Good evening, everybody. I believe we are live. Myself, Lockie, Jacob, and Christian. Evening, boys. In
Hey,
here
howdy.
for the
Good evening.
Socceroos. The game
Looking forward to it.
is Indonesia.
Yeah,
Now, Christian,
massive. I mean,
I said I was just waiting for us to go live to show you a little something. Ready for this? Some stream
yeah.
upgrades today. Good evening, everybody in the chat. Good to see some of you already in here. You ready? Look at this. Oh no!
Oh.
What have I done?
Oh, you've messed it up.
Butchered it.
Hold on.
That,
I changed the chroma key. Hold on, I got this.
that unveiled for nothing.
We're changing our color to green now, everybody. By the way, so
I got this.
those new
Official
kits we've
colour.
released, we're gonna have to change them already.
Bang! There we go. We're good. There's the
So-
lineup.
Seamless, Lucky.
Thank you. But no, look at this though. Look at our faces flying around. There you go. That's how it was supposed to look. God damn! I just need to do that one extra test. All right. Well, here's the lineup. So a bit of controversy here, guys, because a few names. I'm happy I called Taggart. I kind of read Popper there. Just the fact that Mitch is very similar kind of profile to Mitch Duke, but
Yeah.
is actually playing. Not really scoring a lot of goals, but there you go. Back five, I think, is how we called it as well. O'Neill gets that kind of extra question mark spot in midfield. But then Nishan Velupillay instead of Craig Goodwin, Jacob, I think is the big one that a lot of people, including yourself, will be
I don't
talking
get
about.
it. I don't understand the thinking there at all. I mean, Craig Goodwin is head and shoulders above Nishan. I mean, no, that's not discrediting Velupillay, right? But Craig Goodwin is such a quality player, and he has been for the Socceroos recently as well. And just, I mean, he's gonna live and die by the sword here. It feels like Popovich with that selection, because if it goes right, then it vindicates the selection in his eyes, and he'll stick with it. But if it doesn't go right, that's World Cup qualification potentially out of the window. It's probably a lot of scrutiny will be put on him for the selection in the first place, and especially for putting him in the squad or putting him in the starting lineup over Goodwin. Yeah, just got to hope that Velupillay does the work, because of all the players that you think would be replaced in this team, honestly, Goodwin was not even close to the top of the list. Like he was one of those ones where it's like, surely he's a lock-in. So it's going to be interesting to see how they approach and play this game without him. How if they change things up, what they look to do, how they look to play. It'll probably be a pretty similar system to what we have seen recently, which again, it begs the question of then why include Velupillay, because he doesn't have a huge amount of experience playing sort of in that weird hybrid role that Popovich has asked Goodwin to play in, and which Goodwin plays in Saudi Arabia. So yeah, it's a strange call, but hopefully it all pans out.
Graham's
It
in the
feels
chat.
like a Patrick Kluivert code. Kluivert decision. It feels like because he's
decision.
Dutch. Like all these Dutch managers, you know how they often pull off these penalty shootouts. They substitute the goalkeeper in the last minute. They try. And
So
make
are you
think,
generalizing
on
here,
your toes.
Christian? Are you saying he's going to be like every
No, I'm
other
saying-
Dutch manager?
I reckon, yeah. I'll put him on that gap there and saying he will be.
Oh
But
no! What's
yeah,
happened
interested
the
to see how it goes
stream?
about it.
No,
Are we out?
I think we might be out. Oh no, we're back. Are we back?
Yeah, it's still showing on mine. I've got it up. It still looks alright. So
Yeah, sorry, I don't know what happened.
I think Lockie's just panicking a bit.
We panicked. Well, Sam's in the chat saying the stream code out.
Oh,
I have it on my phone. I'm going to keep it there just to keep track. We're getting the anthems on the field now. Graham's in here saying, come on Australia, feeling very nervous about this game after seeing the starting 11. I think a lot of people are having that reaction to the squad and then the starting team as well. Sith Slayer is saying, I was anxious before, really anxious now. This is a massive game. Like,
huge.
I know it's Indonesia, whatever, but the fact that we've not, claimed so many points in the previous games, like if we lost this, all of a sudden it's like not even qualifying for the next phase is possible, which is
I was
scary.
about to say it's one of those games where not until it gets right to the death, like you actually start to feel like it's actually an important game. Like now building up to it, now you feel as though like there's so much riding on it. You understand how much is at stake. I mean, the group table, like 1 point separating second and sixth. like absolutely crazy. If we drop points here, you got Saudi who have got China playing in the other game later. I think tomorrow morning our time. You assume they should win that. And then they've got Japan next, so that should be tough. But every point's crucial. I know it's stating the obvious, but don't want to get in a position where you're fighting with Saudi Arabia when we have to play them. I believe this second last or last game of qualifying. It's either one. So
final game away. Yeah.
final game away from home. So yeah, these are the games you've got to get 3 points from at home in Sydney. It's yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
I know you've talked about this in some detail on one of our more popular recent YouTube videos, Jacob. But do you want to give a brief introduction to the kind of status of the Indonesian playing team and how it's changed recently?
Yeah, it's become perhaps less Indonesian. I don't know if that's the right or wrong thing to say.
They are
because
Indonesian, but
they are Indonesian, but through technicalities, of course. And that's, you know,
They actually have a
of
lot of
course,
they have a lot of Dutch heritage as well, don't they?
yeah, because they were
former
past
Dutch
24
colony.
hours.
Dutch
Yeah.
colony.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of influence there, and a lot of foreign nationals that are going to be playing in the squad
You know
today.
what I learned today? Robin van Persie has Indonesian heritage.
Well, there you go.
Does he?
There's lots of connections.
Cl-
Between the Dutch and the
All-time
Indonesians.
great A-League striker Sergio Van Dijk, Indonesian.
Yeah.
So
Someone did a good interview with him the other day. I don't know who it was.
But yeah, a lot of foreign nationals playing in the Indonesian squad, and Patrick Kluivert said it came out when he was announced actually that there were questions about, well, are you going to look to be bringing players in from overseas to come and play for Indonesia, who aren't getting chances at the countries that they currently represent, that sort of stuff. And he was saying, well, look, it's going to be that's going to happen, but I think it's also going to be important to make sure that the core and the backbone of the team is lives and is based in Indonesia, with full Indonesian heritage and stuff, and that we can then complement that with key foreign nationals. But based on the squad composition so far, it would suggest that it's leaning the other way. But no, it'll be interesting to see, and it'll be interesting to see how they play as well, because I wrote a piece for the Ramble Australia website talking a bit about how Indonesia might look to approach this game, because obviously former coach left in sort of acrimonious circumstances, and Patrick Kluivert came in, and Indonesia in the past have been known for playing so that five at the back, a bit like Australia will be playing in this game, but with Kluivert and with Alex Pastor, who's his assistant, they much prefer sort of a 4-3-3, your classic possession-based Dutch football, with a lot of wing play, pacey wingers, and one of the key things for Pastor's sides has always been a really high press as well. I do think that might play into Australia's hands a little bit, where it can open up some space in the midfield for some of those players to find space and time on the ball. But that's reliant on that back five being able to bypass the press in the first place, which is not a guarantee.
So when you say it's a Dutch thing, that's like our curriculum, right? So they're stealing our way of football.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think everything sort of derives from those 1970s total football ideologies and stuff like that anyway nowadays, so it's not surprising.
All right, Christian, I want you to have a crack at this one. In goals tonight, as we have a look back at the Australian lineup, no Joe Gauci, but Matt Ryan is back. Obviously, he's moved away to Lons. He's getting regular football. Gauci's injured, so this was not a surprise when the team sheet came out, but it is a change from the first few games under Popper.
Yeah, I think Popper probably wants that leadership and extra stability at the back in these last few games. And it's no surprise given Ryan did a couple of interviews leading into it. Like, he seemed pretty confident when he was speaking, and it sort of seemed as though he knew he was going to get the nod. I think he shared that Popovic had a conversation with Matt Ryan. Like, he doesn't normally do that, but he pulled him aside and said why he wasn't getting picked previously, and Gauci was going ahead of him. So I think at least there's that mutual respect there, and so it should, because Ryan's been obviously a great servant, since his time goalkeeping for the last decade or so for the national team. So, I mean, will he have a lot to do in this game? I'm not too sure. We'll have to see how Indonesia's set up, and will they be ambitious? Will they take risk, or will they take the more conservative approach and try and sit back a bit and soak up pressure? We'll have to wait and see. But nonetheless, I think his leadership is critical. Not to say that Gauci hasn't been good when he was playing, but I think Ryan, with his like I said, at the back, his communication with the sort of back five now, introverted back five, it's important. So hopefully he has a good game.
Yeah, could be interesting. We're about to have kickoff. We're almost there. Martin Boyle seems like a guy that we actually haven't seen a lot of recently. So I feel like he's been
Flying
injured
under the
points.
radar.
Yeah. Hasn't always been playing. But from all reports, doing pretty well with Lewis Miller and Nectar Triantis over at Hibernian at the moment.
Well, and then that, begs the question of why isn't Triantis playing when we've
He's not
seen
even
him
in
have
the
good...
match day squad.
Yeah,
funny enough.
when we've seen him have good link up over in Scotland, there's a lot of interesting decisions that have been made with this starting
right.
lineup.
Here's another little stream boost. The clock's slid in. We are underway. I've got all my buttons in front of me. I'm very excited. Let's get some weights.
You know what I'm going to ask, right? You know what I'm going to ask? Are we all in sync?
18, 19, 20.
17.
I'm a couple
Refresh.
behind, but
Let's
it's close
go.
enough.
Ahead
It's
of-
close enough. It's close enough.
I'm refreshing.
It's not like
Not having this.
it's not like when Christian used to be 30 seconds ahead of us, and
And then we had to make a
I'm
deal
on-
for you to not celebrate goals.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
We got
I'm
a
on
good-
38 now.
Yeah, 38, 39, 40, 41.
Yeah, I'm not gonna refresh.
42.
I'm just gonna stay.
Yeah, okay.
I'm a couple of seconds behind you guys. It'll be fine.
All right, we are underway. G'day, Blinkus. G'day, Ethan. Get the time up so we can match it. That's where we are. We got the
Lockie's ahead of
time.
you there. That's
I was just waiting for the suspense, the whole graphic sliding thing. I might be like 2 seconds ahead, but that's all right. We'll be right. Patrick Kluivert. It's crazy how Patrick Kluivert and then their previous manager both linked because they were assistants at Brisbane Roar.
Brisbane Roar. Yeah.
It's crazy.
And Raphael Struik, Brisbane Roar player.
Yeah.
It's just
Starting in this game, yeah.
Brisbane Roar it should become the Indonesian embassy in Australia at this point.
Literally.
Ooh. Okay, so do we have this right yet? Boyle on the right, Velupillay on the left. That's how I had it with the teams. That's all correct. Gary obviously right centre back. Miller high beige. Yep. Just Irvine and O'Neill, are they on that side? Yes, bang on. Let's go.
Yep.
Right.
Just wait until after 5 minutes and they swap.
Yeah. Will's the chat. I think I'm ahead of you guys.
Wonder why that is.
Don't spoil it.
At the game. Yeah, if there's a goal and you come in here and you're like, guys, it's a goal before we see it. That would be upset.
Who needs sofa score when you've got Will?
Go Miller. There seems to be a lot of Indonesian fans in the stadium.
There was heaps when the camera panned to them for the national anthem. It was a whole sea of them.
I think was Chris saying in the group chat, it feels like they're outnumbered 50-1.
Yeah.
Go on, Jace.
They're playing with some confidence in this first 3 minutes.
Yeah, they're playing
Indonesia.
out, right? They're not just putting it long, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Very total football of them.
I like that kit so much, actually. Like, I do.
Yeah, the Indonesian. Wait, which one?
No, the Australia one.
See,
I actually
I'm
really
still
like
on
it.
the fence. I just don't know.
I feel like it's got a bit of it's just different enough for it to be like kind of cool.
You don't like it, Lockie?
I didn't love it straight away. I feel like it's growing on me a little bit, but I still need some more time. The thing is as well, it's hard to commit to it because we're getting another one in 12 months anyway for the World Cup.
Yeah, that's the problem.
It's a bridging kit at best. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy it, right? I'm going to buy the World Cup kit.
I think I'm just more open to the idea of it after. I initially, when Arsenal released that Poison Frog kit, I despised it, and then kind of grew to love it. And I think it's kind of the same thing here, where I'm just a bit more open to it this time around. Where I'm like, fluoro kit is kind of a cool choice.
Unpopular opinion: Australia's home kit should be the blue
No.
instead of the green and gold.
No.
It should. It looks so much better, and it should be the number one kit. That 2006 World Cup kit, the blue, that
was a nice kit, to be fair.
you cannot beat it. You cannot beat it. It should be the home kit. You got the Australia flag. It's blue and red. Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense, doesn't it?
Green and gold.
But no, we decided to go green and gold just because we picked two random colours.
It's nice though. It's very Australian. That's what our flag should be.
Well, it's not.
Bardo says, I actually thought this was a women's in football kit. It's for both. So the Socceroos are going to wear this.
Oh, what a save from Ryan.
Matt Ryan.
That's
wow.
jeez. That's
Yeah.
what. That's why he's there. You know. It's
Yeah, good save. Bloody hell. The skipper, captain at Lazio. Sorry, not
Honestly,
Lazio,
I thought-
Venezia.
I thought that was in.
Wow. Yeah.
That's a good save. Very good save. Would Joe Gaucho have made the same save though?
Yeah, I reckon he would.
Yeah. It's not the discussion we're here to have. though,
Welcome back,
so,
Matty Ryan. Indeed. Yeah, Bardo. Both teams are wearing it. The Matildas and the Socceroos.
Yeah.
When will the Matildas get another one? World Cup 20. Oh, maybe Asian
Asia
I don't
Cup?
know. Maybe.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
feel
know
like
if
on
they
home
still-
soil, I feel like it's a missed opportunity to not,
Yeah, probably.
try and do something.
But also, if they just like this, then
Well, yeah, and I mean, if they play well in the friendlies in the lead up, the goodwill will be attached to it, and
true. Yeah, I'm just not sold. I think it probably will grow on me, but yeah, it's a bridging one.
that's a very good ball in behind.
Jeez, is that stroke?
That's a penalty.
It's
That's
a penalty.
He's given it.
Oh my
He's given it.
god! There's VAR in this phase, right? Yeah, there is.
It was a clear pen. He's tripped. He's clipped him.
I didn't even get a good look at it.
That's a fantastic ball in behind. And I hate to say it, but I did warn that might be the game plan, is playing in behind, trying to use pace to get behind the Australian defenders.
Why
This
not a
isn't the
replay?
time to gloat, Jacob.
Well, I just like being
This
right.
is a time of mourning.
Yeah, he's on side.
Completely misread it. I don't think. Well, I don't know. Is there contact there?
I need the feet. Oh, I don't know.
Does he like?
I don't
yeah,
know.
like
He leaves his feet in.
he does. Does he catch
But
it?
that's
That's
not-
the thing.
Right there.
Nah,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
not
it's a
a-
pen. It's a pen.
Oh,
It's a pen.
Yeah,
He's
you
it's a
reckon?
pen.
He's clipped.
Yeah,
Alright.
he gets him. Oh dear, that's fantastic.
Clive knows how important that is.
Yeah, they're not going to turn back into a 5 at the back low block after scoring a goal in the first 10 minutes, are they?
I mean,
If Stroke's not taking it, who's taking it?
I don't know, but he's got one hell of a haircut.
Number 8.
Looks Italian.
Come on,
Who's
Matty.
number 8?
Hey,
Kevin
Clutch,
Dix.
how you doing? You come in at a funny
Good timing,
time.
mate.
Come on, Matty.
He's missed it.
Oh, that's
The
a
post.
How has he missed that?
Fuck.
Oh,
What a wasted chance.
oh my god! I had my finger on the
Got-
button for the goal. I was
Got
ready.
to capitalize on this now. That's a lifeline.
What a wasted chance.
Wow.
It's all Indonesia though. Wow.
Yeah, we're in the first 10 minutes, but that's a massive let off.
That's my bad. I'll leave now.
I think this is where we're going to miss Duke up front with his pressing. I just think he does it a bit better than Taggart. I think Indonesia, you can see they're already trying to play out from the back. Just need to press better as
Well,
a group,
the
yeah.
problem is, number one, just not keeping the ball on the floor. Number two, they're clearly not. This press isn't even that bad, but they're not dealing with it well already. They're panicking. And they're just kicking the ball into the midfield and trying to win those 50-50s. And nobody's a match physically for it. Look at them just getting bodied every time.
Yeah.
Clutch, no, we need you to stay because you came in after the penalty was awarded, and it
And
was
then they missed
saved.
it. Yeah.
Slake
Well, it
Coach.
hit the post, didn't it? Or did he get a...
Sorry, yeah, saved. Missed.
Yeah.
Wow. See, it's so soft, but it's never going to be overturned. Wow, straight into the post. All right, 0-0. It's 0-0, lads.
Lifeline and a half. It was actually a good penalty as well. Well struck. Just
like not in the goal.
Yeah. If that's an inch
No,
to
but
the
it was a
left,
well-struck
it's
penalty,
everyone's
so-
going, that's a
no,
fantastic
it's-
penalty, and, you know.
Yeah.
well, those are the fine margins. It wasn't like one of those failed Panenkas where you go, oh well, absolutely, you just wasted it. You might as well have given it to the goalkeeper to take. It wasn't one of those.
Yeah, Clutch, they had a pen. It was an Indonesian penalty.
Yeah.
Kai Rao's tripping Rafael Stroke very lightly, but you've seen him given, you've seen him not. At least we're holding it a bit now.
This is very much what I expected to see from Indonesia. Watch again when Australia try and exploit that space in the middle and they pass it in. Watch how every Indonesia
They just
player
collapse.
just
Oh, that's a
crunches in
ball?
on it.
Oh,
No.
too much. Well, it's good that they're actually coming at us, though. It's going to make it way more of an entertaining game.
Yeah, 100%.
How are the audio levels, by the way, everyone? Because I know Christian and Jacob should be good, but can't really measure myself. It's a bit tricky. Let me know.
You sound fine to me, so, you know, that's
Jacob and I's audio are more important than yours, lucky sir.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Don't stress.
Appreciate
the
that.
insight.
I still can't really believe that Adam Taggart is starting for us.
Still.
Like, I know I said he might, but the fact that he's in the squad. Ooh.
He reminds me of Scott McDonald. It's like he's there, but he's not.
That was just silly from
We thought-
Bajic.
Beige.
What was
He's
he
not giving
trying to
away a
do
free
there?
kick, though.
No, somehow.
Come on. What on, Cam?
Pitch looks pretty slippery. There's a few players
Yeah,
now.
not
have-
surprising. I mean, it's been in poor quality the last few weeks, right? Thanks, Blinkers.
Not as poor as the quality from, I believe, was the Arsenal women's game, Real Madrid.
Oh.
It was Real Madrid's ground. That was
Oh.
a terrible pitch.
Yeah, I've seen better stuff in Sunday League.
That was terrible.
Or for a Champions League fixture to have a pitch like that.
What was it? Was it a quarter-final, semi-final?
Yeah, quarterfinal.
Yeah.
Did you see
But-
Sam
yeah,
Kerr was included in the Chelsea squad for the final phase?
Was she?
Yep. Of the Champions League.
It's big.
So it
Well,
means
you
she
think
can't
her
be too far
return will
away.
be pretty soon, yeah.
Sam's saying Scott McDonald won a golden boot, didn't he, in Europe for Motherwell or Celtic? Taggart got a few goals in Korea. Taggart did have one really good season in Korea. He got like
It's because I
20
just
something
made the
goals.
Scott McDonald comment before. I don't know
Yeah,
if you guys
yeah.
heard.
We do have something to say to you, though, Sam. In one of your, we appreciate your comments on our videos, but you love your Western United, and we love how passionate you are. But you tried to claim that Angus Thurgate was a what did he say it was?
Johnny Warren.
Johnny
was
Warren.
it?
Yeah, you tried to say he was a Johnny Warren medalist, and that is just not true, my friend. He's not even a Joe Marston medalist. Like that never
It's a
happened.
nice try.
Has he won one medal? Surely he's mixed it up with something else.
Was he like a young player of the year or something? Maybe. I don't
Isn't
know,
he
I do so.
45 though?
He looks it, but he's like 24. It's the oldest looking young player in the world.
We won't speculate. We'll get Sam's
Young player of
Sam's
the year,
take and
he's
then
saying.
we'll go
Yeah.
from there.
Okay.
Yeah, he was
All right.
young footballer of the year 21-22.
Brimmer won a Johnny.
Come on,
Warren.
Big Harry.
Brimmer
That
did.
is true. For Melbourne victory. Oh, come on. Corner for the Socceroos. Oh,
It's a good ball, but
Ooh.
just nothing there.
Camberger just dragged down. No.
Oh, I didn't see. I saw him on the floor complaining, but
Yeah, me too. I didn't see anything else. Come on,
Well,
Boyle.
here we go. Bit of space.
Run at
opening
him.
up.
Boyle.
Run at him.
Here we go.
Oh,
what a save.
What a save!
I thought I was going in.
I took a deflection as well.
Yeah.
That's what makes it even more
That
impressive.
was a bit like Stefan Mork's goal in the last round of the A League,
Yeah.
where it took a bit of deflection and the keeper just. Oh, he
that
was
a-
pulled.
Oh, he was held a
He
little
was
bit.
Pulled.
Nah, it's probably not a pen, but
That's.
Was
I
it-
mean,
That's
England
at least
made their
worth
way
a bar
to.
check. It is. It's checking possible penalty.
yeah, they always check them.
Come on.
They always
England
check
made their way to a World Cup semi-final off of the back of exactly that, of just winning penalties from players being too handsy. So.
Referee's going to check it.
Is he actually?
Yep.
Oh.
Oh,
It's a penalty. That is a stonewall
It
penalty.
looks pretty-
Dre's
yeah.
pulled him down.
Grabbed a hold of him.
You
Wow.
You can't give any other decision than a pen.
The Harry Kane special.
Clear as day. Look at that.
He's got a hold of his.
Oh,
Yeah, got a hold of him.
They
the whole
happen
way.
all the time, though. I reckon that's. I'm trying to.
If
play
anything,
devil's
there's more of
advocate
a foul. There's more of a foul on Irvine. If anything, look at the
Oh,
way the
the
guy's
arm
holding
being
his
pulled
hand.
back.
Yeah.
That's a penalty. Will be a pen for sure. What do we think? Are we thinking pen or no pen? What will the VAR do?
They'll
Are
say
you
no
saying
pen,
it
but I
sh-
think it should be.
I'm thinking it's
Yeah.
not overturned. You know what I mean? But he's
Yeah.
already been sent to the screen. So
Yeah.
it's he just gets another look at it.
Lockie,
now.
are you saying that are you saying it deserves a penalty, but because they're usually not given?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
it
so on the
won't be.
fence with it. I just think there's so many of those grappling situations at corners. It wasn't actually that bad, and Burgess
Yeah.
goes to the floor, right? Like it's not the
But
contact.
was
that
he going to
actually
make
takes him.
But was he going to make contact with it? Davidson was the one who got pulled down.
Oh, so it's Miller. Yeah.
Right, did he have a chance to get to the ball? Sorry, Miller.
Maybe.
Again, I think Irvine had more of a chance of
That's
getting
what
to
we've
the
got to
ball.
take into consideration
And him
as well.
being
Here it
held
is.
back was-
He's going to give it.
Reaction.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
given it.
Penalty. Wow, a penalty each way.
Clive can't believe it. He's like, what is
That
going on in these
smile.
last 10 minutes?
That's a smile from Clive. The guy with the GoPro on in the crowd. You see that?
on his head. Yeah.
I think that's soft. Like,
But he had a chance to get to the ball, though. That's what we got to take into consideration as well, for me.
no, I
Well,
don't think
it-
he gets there. Like, I don't know. It's hard. I feel
Evens
like
out. Evens out.
I'm probably trying to be like anti-bias, if you know what I mean.
Let's not annoy our Indonesian audience.
All right, come on. Who's taking it?
Who's
Boyle.
Boyle?
Martin Boyle? Watch him miss. Just trying to jinx it.
Come on, Martin.
Well taken.
Nice.
Yes.
Boyle.
Well done.
Well done.
Soft into the corner. Australia 1-0 up.
Huge.
Let's go. You ready for the scoreboard? Bang, 1-0.
Look at
Wow,
that,
what a
remembered.
change of fortune.
I said they need to capitalise on it, and
Yeah.
they've gone and done that, so no complaints. Sounds like they got Jared Walsh out there announcing. Interesting.
Bang, what a goal. It's a good pen.
Yeah, it's very good.
Had a good feeling when he was running up to that penalty. No mucking around. Just slot it through.
All right, 1-0 up. Game ahead of us now. It's a good place to be.
Oh. I was looking as well. Indonesia have a pretty easy schedule coming up after this. I believe they got Bahrain and China next to.
Yeah, right.
So if they're able to take points off here, Yeah, at home to Bahrain,
Well done,
at home
Jason.
to China, 2 home games.
Oh, that's a good ball.
Nish! Come
Here
on,
it is.
Nish.
He's done it.
Done it.
Yes! Let's go, 2-0. Yeah, sorry, why is he in the squad again? I can't
Why is he in
remember.
the squad?
I don't know.
Goodwin would have
Never
scored
doubted
that
you,
anyway.
Papa.
Goodwin would have done
I
an overhead kick
I
from...
never question it.
Never question it for 1 second.
Goodwin would have scored an overhead kick from 30 yards. On that chance there. That's what he would have
Who
done.
played that ball in for him?
Was it Taggart?
Goal. Was it Taggart that played it in?
I feel like it was Taggart dropping in a bit deep and he just won the ball and flicked it through.
Come on, Nish. Let's go.
Boyle.
Yeah, Taggart.
Yeah, Taggart.
Yep.
That's a great ball.
Wow. Oh, the outside
Well
of the
timed.
foot.
That's
That is crazy.
perfectly timed run.
Good finish. Good
Let's
finish.
go, Nish.
Keeper has not played that too well though. He's come out too early and he's just
Yeah,
stuck
he's in no
flat-footed.
man's land for sure.
Yeah.
I think I got a nice little video of that.
You reckon Andy Harper's excited?
2 golden minutes, he says.
I reckon I got a nice little Twitter clip for us.
Lovely.
Wow, what a goal. So we went from Indonesia having a penalty against us at 0-0 to being 2-0 up in the space of 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. That's good.
But
That's
again, look,
insane.
this press is still just doing bits for him. Like the back
Yeah.
five are really struggling against this press. Nah, Will, you've just got a bad angle of it, mate, from up in the press box. That was well played by
What's he
by
saying?
Taggart. He's saying it looked like an Indo back pass.
Oh, really?
Nah, I think
Dude,
those
no,
replays
surely
pretty
not.
clearly showed that was Taggart
There was a
outside
foot
of
in
the
there.
foot. Clutch would like 3 more goals, please. Wouldn't we all?
Can you like trim videos on Twitter? Is that a thing you can do?
I don't know. You're not talking to an expert here. You've
An
got...
assist from Taggart. Yeah, you're right, Blinkers. Anonymous.
Oh. The bench
Oh,
just
nice
has
header.
no strength. He's
And no
just-
height.
Oh,
I just saw Vince Rugara's tweet. He's like, I'll be honest, this feels like an away game.
Yeah, wow. That many Indonesians there.
it does look like. Look, the whole thing is red, just everywhere you look.
There you go. Got the Twitter clip. Let's go.
Nice.
Oh, can I let you all in on a little secret about that goal that just happened?
What?
I heard some raucous celebrations from the other room approximately 15 seconds before that goal went in. So I may or may not have known it was coming.
You need to get some sound deadening
I
in your
do.
walls.
I do. I need some soundproofing in this room. It honestly happens way too often. It's very frustrating.
Don't complain. As long as we scored, that's the main thing.
It's alright, because I saw a comment on the thread on Reddit that just said Nish, and I was like, what? What's he done?
Yeah. on
I saw
the
him,
match.
saw him through on goal, and I was like, oh.
See, all of a sudden, Popovic, from almost
He looks
being
like
a
a
villain
genius.
to a hero, he looks like an absolute genius now.
So I said,
Nish
live and
scoring
die by the
again.
sword. He's
Yeah.
living by it at the moment.
This actually is like a interesting game, you know what I mean? Like tactically. Like Indonesia being very patient on the ball,
Yeah.
trying to hold possession, trying to work through the lines.
It's very deliberate, everything they do.
They look well organised, and it's so rough for them to be 2-0 down right now. I'm so happy for Nish.
Yeah, a lot of people, circling him out in particular as the the biggest weird inclusion in the starting 11, and he's gone and put the ball in the back of the net. So
The starting 11, definitely. He's also just had a rough time. Like, he's had a couple of false starts at Victory in terms of like seasons. Like, it's probably probably second. 3's probably a stretch, but definitely the second season in a row where he started really well, and then he's fallen off. And this time it was because he got injured in a Socceroos game and was just out.
Yeah.
But he's come back, scored a wicked goal on the weekend, and now he scored here again. The whole time I was like, let Papa cook.
I think Japan could be the first team to qualify for the World Cup.
Could they do it tonight?
When they play, yeah, they can.
I know there's like 10 or so teams that could qualify this window.
they've just absolutely just waltzed through this phase of qualifying. It's nothing. It's been easy for them. Cakewalk.
If Japan win, they'll be on 19. Saudi Arabia on 9 if they win. So, a 10-point gap, 3 games to go.
Yeah,
They'll be through.
They will have done it. That's crazy. What they need, 2 points from their final 4 games, and they qualify automatically, regardless of what
Indonesia played Japan away final game. So, can they get something from it? Will Japan rest players? Same situation as us. Like hopefully that's the same scenario, but yeah, Japan will always be tricky, no matter what.
Did you know there is an Asian Cup going on at the moment? Beach
An
soccer.
Asian Cup.
An Asian Cup.
Beach soccer Asian Cup.
Well, there you go. I didn't know that was a thing.
Okay, here you go. Oh, geez. I have all the flags. I don't have... Okay.
You're not a flags person.
Well, I am a flags person. There's just a couple that are stumping me. So Argentina, South Korea...
I'm a flags person. Send it through in the chat if you can't.
I'm
Uzbekistan, Iran,
I'm one of those people who plays GeoGuessr. So
yeah, but there's 4 the 4 OFC teams are all there. So obviously New Zealand, and I think one's Fiji. I'll send it in the chat. But there's a couple of oceanic nations in here I'm not too confident with. There you go. I put it in the WhatsApp.
let's have a look.
Is that New Caledonia? Is one of them?
Might be.
Correct.
Tahiti, and the top right.
Top right one. I don't. It's not. Is it Fiji?
It's not Fiji. It's escaping my mind.
No, it is Fiji.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, that's Fiji. Then you got Iran. That red. What's the red one? Is
Tahiti.
Tahiti. Yeah. Yeah. And then Caledonia. Yeah.
Yeah, Fiji is one of the easiest ones, and I get it wrong. But I get Tahiti and New Caledonia. Go figure.
Have you got a perfect score on GeoGuessr's world map, though? Because I have done that multiple times in the last week, because I'm a weirdo. Here come Indonesia, though.
Good clearance, well done. Blinker says it's probably the cheapest away trip for Indonesian fans. They're a passionate bunch nonetheless. Very true. And
That
when
and
you
there's
have
a massive Indonesian population that lives in Australia.
Yeah. And what, there's like 230 million that live in Indonesia. Like, it's crazy how populous that country is. Sam, we need a favour from you as well. We need you to jump in the chat and tell everyone how seamless the checkout process is when you're purchasing a Roundball Australia 24-25 home kit on the Roundball Australia website, .com.au/shop. So smooth.
It'll be funny if he says that there are problems.
Well, he got his order in, I can tell you that. So we appreciate
It's
you,
fine
Sam.
on our end.
Yeah.
All right, half an hour through. Sam does say Beige is doing his best Mark Cucurella impression tonight, living in the final third.
So he has more of an impact than Cucurella does.
Yeah, I just don't like Mark Cucurella. I hate the way he complains all the time. He's such a whiner.
Have a sook just because he beat you in the Euro final and he celebrated.
No, I will never ever like Kyle Walker again after that. His performance throughout the Euros there was.
Oh, here we go. How are we gone to Kyle Walker?
You brought up the Euros final, so.
Kyle Walker's an absolute legend.
Just because he plays for Milan now.
Yeah, one of my favourite players.
You know how bad things are when Kyle Walker is one of your favourite players. That's
Hey, he's won everything with Manchester City. He's got the experience, he's got the leadership, got the IQ, just doesn't have the pace.
Which is the one thing he had going for him his whole career.
That was the thing.
Was that he could make mistakes as he could just make the ground back up.
Oh, right, so he couldn't kick the ball. You said that's the one thing going for him. I'm sure he had more than just pace.
Pretty much just a quick player. That's kind of his thing.
Yeah. Well, so he wasn't creative, bowling up the flanks.
I think that when you've got some of the players that you do in the Man City squad around you, it's impossible to be uncreative. You know.
Which we're finding out with this Milan side.
Yes.
Is Rodri going to be back before the season ends?
I feel like I saw an
City,
update.
why would you rush him?
But I doubt it.
Oh wait, no.
Yeah. I maintain if Arsenal can beat Madrid, we're going all the way.
I think we can. I honestly, at this moment, I'm not even thinking about the competition. I'm just keen for like the tie against Real Madrid.
It's going to be so good. It's going to be such good football. I say that, I'm going to be raging at 3 a.m. in the group chat when we bottle.
I think it starts at 5, so you're right.
Okay, there you go. It'll be on the way to work.
Jackie, do you want to get the conversation up we had a couple of weeks ago about you just absolutely slaughtering Arsenal, about having no striker? Arteta should be out of the club. Do you want me to get the message?
I can maintain that, but also say that we're going to win the Champions League this year. So, you know.
No complications, read the merch, a tight ship. The link took me back to the YouTube page a couple of times, but I didn't get discouraged. Sam, which link took you to the YouTube page?
Yeah,
that's horrible.
That's a worry. Maybe the like banner one, because it used to be a link to the YouTube. And it's like
no, I just checked it. That's fine.
Okay.
Back to the YouTube. God. No, that one works too. Christian's ugly mug. That takes you to the right place.
It's a good play from Miller. Good strength.
Go on, Nish. Getting told shoot. Miller
Back
cross.
across. Oh, what a save.
Oh, yes, 3-0.
Come on.
Hey, everyone.
3-0.
Scores in the kitty loves.
The kitty he does.
Get in, Jackson.
The modern day classic. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, I'm
All
sorry.
of that anxiety everyone had before the game is gone. It's just gone.
No, I was about to say, that first 10 minutes, who on earth would have predicted 3-0 Australia after 35 minutes?
Still 10 minutes to go in this half.
Ridiculous.
Wow. 3-0. That's crazy. I did say we'd win by 4 goals. I know I didn't say that on stream, but I did say it before we got on.
Can we end the stream at halftime and just do the podcast? We'll just get over and done with.
The story's been
3
written.
points wrapped up.
That's a tough finish. Like, the ball is high there on the rebound for Irvine.
Yeah.
Like, you can easily sky that.
Even the niche volley, that wasn't easy as well to control and put that away.
I actually think
easy
this one's
finishes.
more difficult than Nish's.
Oh, I'm not saying I'm not saying it isn't, but niche wasn't easy. Like to the eye, one with the keeper, you say, he should be scoring that, but the way it bounced up. But Irvine, yeah, definitely harder.
Papa's happy.
Probably she's like, yes, my decision to play niche ahead of Goodwin's paid off. Yes.
Tell you what, Nish
Jake-
did have a part in creating that as well.
Jacob's disappointed now that Goodwin's going to sit on the bench against China
This
again.
is a problem I have, is that it's like, well, now Craig Goodwin's getting disrespected. So,
Yeah.
and you're not just disrespecting Craig Goodwin, you're disrespecting the city of Adelaide and the state of South Australia.
Oh, I knew you were going to
I
say
need
that.
I remind you that we are the lifeblood of
4
football
here.
in this country.
Nish.
Oh,
Defender got a foot in
Jacob,
just in time.
Jacob, save it. Save it, Jacob, save it.
Am I wrong?
You are. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Just don't embarrass yourself.
Just take a look. Take a look at all the up and coming players. Tell me where they're from, mate.
There we go.
Yeah, Nish turned well and found a forward pass. All class, absolutely. Cruising now, says Sith. Yep. But this possession high tempo from Indonesia is exactly how they went at Japan and how they beat Saudi.
Yeah, like this is the thing, right? Is that I don't think Indonesia have played terribly. There's just been 3 moments for Australia, and they've taken them. Like it's, it could be
Well, it's got to
it would be a very different story, I think, if Indonesia had scored that penalty.
Well, it's got to do with Indonesia and how aggressively they've approached the game, right? I mean, spaces have opened up in behind, and that's why Australia have been able to exploit those, right? It's just they've made it this type of game. They've wanted this. They needed to take risks, and it's backward fight.
I like this from Blinkers. Jacob is bringing out all the greatest hits. Kyle Walker, Adelaide rant, ...
I'm on top form. It's-
Love to see the XG charts. Well, Anony Moose. Let's see
What's
what I can do
SofaScore
for you.
saying?
Yeah. Footmob does some XG as well.
Footmob does it as well. I'm a SofaScore man.
You
SofaScore,
are.
hit us
Yeah,
up.
you like the data with no graphic design, don't you? Nerd.
Yeah, I just love their stuff. This is good.
Oh no, I'm not seeing it actually.
Yeah, they're not doing live XG on
No
SofaScore.
live XG. Damn.
Blame Opta or whoever's doing the stats for this one.
How can you not have live XG for a final phase World Cup qualifier?
Well, it might just be the package that the websites have that
Right.
doesn't they don't get it for this game or something. The stats people will be having, like, they'll have it there, and the teams will have access to it and stuff. But certain websites probably won't because of the packages they're on. That's probably a foul.
Yeah.
No.
It's like this referee is it's like there wasn't a lot of contact in that penalty I gave Indonesia, so we're gonna let Australia have a few. I would like Bayet shoulder charging that guy at the corner flag at the end of the game. It's just like it feels like he's just letting a couple things go now.
Wait, Page got that free kick.
I don't know how.
Magic.
Feels like magic. Oh, the comeback from Miller's really good as well. Let's go. As he's staring, as he loves to do.
Maybe Maybe Velupillay is a Harry Maguire-esque player where he's just going to play really, really well for the national team, and then maybe not get the opportunities at club level.
It's a weird crossover. Harry Maguire.
Yeah, stop trying to bring up English football.
Well, no, but he's one that came to mind as a player who's had a similar sort of, you know.
Yeah, I mean, like, Nish isn't exactly starved of opportunities, right, at Clubland, right? Like, he's just
not performing.
He was scoring well, and then he got injured, and then he hasn't, like, broke back into the team just yet. But, like, it feels like he has now.
Yeah, this will be a turning point, I think, for him.
Unless he gets injured, touch wood, in another Socceroos game. Sam says, can't believe I thought chances would be a few and far between on eye test. Pens are a 0.6. I think they're about a 0.8, mate. Would be about 2.1, 1.2. That free kick was pretty low XG, but it went close. Yeah, I think Pens are like, what, 0.78 XG, something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Around about that point.
This is, Indonesia are sitting too narrow here. There's a lot of space out wide on those little switch plays switch passes that the Australian players have been doing.
Oh, dear. Moose says maybe he's just a big game player.
Could be.
I was going to say, if you're Indonesia, like, what are you thinking to yourself? Like, you've started the game so positively, you're down 3-0, and it seems as though their shape is starting to unravel a bit.
Yeah, it's a lot less structured now, isn't it? Especially in this press, like, it's just a bit all over the place now.
It'd just be disheartening as a player because you basically know it's over, right?
Badonk, what a name.
If they can get one in before half time, it's not over.
I mean, it should be. You'd hope that Socceroos can hold on to a 3-0 lead at home.
You'd hope so, but...
We lost to Bahrain at home. Anything's possible.
Yeah. But look at how, just relaxed Australia are out of possession. There's no urgency to try and force them into anything. Just very happy to let them have the ball.
Another running behind.
Yeah, there you go. That's where they're going to be outdone, but that's okay. Well done, Jason.
Yeah, as long as the recovery's there, and I'm playing with sort of hybrid 4/5 at the back like they are, there should be plenty of bodies to recover. So
I tell you what, how nice is this goalkeeper kit? Just the blue?
The blue, yeah.
Yeah.
On Matt Ryan. I like that one. Was Mackenzie Arnold wearing that? I don't think she was.
Don't mind it.
I can't remember.
Well,
to be
Antigua
honest.
Micah. Man, Mackenzie Arnold was bad in that first game.
No need to criticise the Matildas. We're watching the Socceroos. Like,
That's right, yeah.
Well, they deserve
Australia's winning
criticism.
3-0.
they do.
Come on. Lock them down. Monique's in. G'day, Monique. Hi. So what did I miss? Well, 3 goals apparently. Looks like Indonesia aren't playing a low block, which we're taking full advantage of. Absolutely, yeah. No, I mean, this kind of Cliver. Who's the assistant in behind him?
Alex Pastor.
There you go, Pastor. Like the very Dutch influence, 4-3-3 pressing style they seem to be going for. And to be fair, they actually started really well. The first 10 minutes was all Indonesia. They won a penalty that went into the post. So it wasn't saved, but they missed that. And then Australia scored 2 good goals, took their advantages, and then, the rest is history. Somehow 3-0 up. As Blinkers says, early save from Ryan and the pen miss. Yeah, Matt Ryan had a really good early save off the set piece as well. Indonesia definitely should have scored 1, if not 2 goals. How are we, boys? Good. Philly chillin'. That's a lovely name.
That's a great name.
Oh, Rolls has just been sent to the cleaners. Oh, no, Miller. Miller's been doing a lot. Getting up and down.
He's been around, hasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Playing a low block 3-0 down would be negative 24D chess. Yeah, no, Matt Ryan's been good. Hasn't he, Christian?
Has he?
Yeah.
No comment.
How is it? Oop. Oh no, I've screwed this up. There we go. We're good. But yeah, this is the lineup, in case you haven't seen it, Monique. Taggart's an interesting one. Did we decide if he played that ball through for Velupillay or not?
I maintain he did. I think that's
Yeah,
an
he got a
outside of the
touch.
foot. Yeah.
I think he got a touch, but I actually, thinking about it, the angle he was on playing it with his foot like that, I actually don't think it was possible to get that much power. I reckon.
He was helped along the way, but
Yeah, okay. All right. Velupillay, again, another controversial inclusion, is definitely paid dividends. No one's going to be criticising that now. Boyle's played well. Baich and Miller are getting up. Irvine, O'Neill, solid in the back three. Haven't really let anything through. So you got to be pretty happy as a Socceroo fan at the moment. Six-minute stoppage time, VAR checks taking too long. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm sure I'll wake up tomorrow and I'll be of the opinion that the one for Australia was a definite pen and they should have been quicker with it. But I'm still kind of surprised that they overturned a non-penalty decision live. Yeah, how many Indonesian fans do you reckon will be coming out tonight saying that they should have kept Shin Tae-wong?
yeah.
Shin Tae-yong.
Well, there were a lot of comments on our preview yesterday saying that they actually, they like Clivert as a coach, that they're sort of on the same path, they're in the same boat, they're positive about it. So, which is
Interesting.
quite surprising given, the previous coach and what he did, the results he picked up. There did seem to be some stability there, but I'm not Indonesian, so.
I think there's that element of excitedness about having a new coach and potentially a new style of play and stuff coming in. Like, you can kind of understand.
And the name, I mean, Patrick Kluivert, that helps, doesn't it?
Yeah. Like the sort of pragmatic defensive football that Shin Tae-yong played is not the most fun to watch at times. So while it gets results, it can be a bit boring. So yeah, you can kind of understand why they'd be excited by a coach who's, promising to play this, aggressive attacking football, Dutch total football philosophy and all that sort of stuff. So
Age-old debate,
Yeah. Moose, has Rouse been getting minutes in America? Yes, they've only just started their season, but he's played 90 minutes in all 4 games so far, and the friendlies in pre-season. So yes, he has been playing regularly. Monique says, I'm so relieved. I was nervous about this game. I think a lot of people were. Like, as much as the opposition is a team that we should be beating, we've said that like 4 times so far this window, and that's not happened. So
yeah.
And if we lost this game, it's like, we actually qualifying for the World Cup, or what are we doing here?
Yeah.
But no, much calmer now. Will's saying, I'm still not convinced it was Taggart. Look at Hayes' reaction to afterwards. The replays don't help, but the angle, as Lockie said, would have been near impossible. That's what I think.
I'll take your word for it, Will. You're at the ground, so
Good finish though. Still a good finish.
if you can grab him after the game,
Yeah,
ask him.
and ask him. You can see the impression on his boot.
yeah.
All right, what are we? Almost. Oh, we've still got 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes and a
Jeez.
half. No, don't even try it. Go on, Boyle.
Oh, He's down on the ground there.
Did he get hit? Did Boyle get hit?
I don't know.
It looks like he's holding his face, right?
It does, yeah. I think he might have got a little bit of a shoulder or something.
He's only just getting back to his feet. Yeah, you're right. So the Bahrain games are what put us in this position, and the draw to Indonesia, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
We beat China.
Yeah,
and
the
that's it.
reverse fixture.
Yeah, we should have beaten Saudi Arabia as well. Oh, Jackson.
That
And-
was not good.
Oh, he's just ripped up the turf. That's unfortunate. A bit,
That's
loose from
pretty
take it
foul,
again. That's a foul. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just not in touch.
Get him off.
You want to see some subs?
Well, yeah,
Subs at
especially
half
3-0
time.
up. I mean, especially 3-0 up.
But which players are there, right, that you're like, right, we've got to protect these guys. They're going to be absolutely pivotal for this game against China.
Nishan Velupillay.
Nish.
I don't think Taggart's one of those players.
No.
Yengi can easily.
Well, that's
slot
what-
into
that's
that
what-
and
that's
leave
what I'm-
Tag it on.
That's why I'm saying, like, you know, who do you take off that, you know, you want to protect them and not have them get injured? Yes.
Velupillay and Boyle, like they're ones where you could bring Goodwin in to start the next game, right? And that could be
Yeah.
a load management thing in an international window where you have to do a long haul flight.
Yeah.
So you probably run one of those into the ground knowing they don't start next week.
I'm thinking maybe a Jackson Irvine might come off.
Yeah.
Of anybody. Like,
I think he's quite important though.
yeah.
Like from a leadership sense and an organizational sense. You don't want to just like lose your shape.
Yeah.
There we go, half time. Australia 3. Indonesia 0.
We'll take that.
Good half. Good half.
Absolutely take that.
Well, a good final 35 minutes. The opening 10 were a bit shaky, but
Yeah, but you know what? You're going to have those, aren't you? You're going to have bad periods in games.
it's true. It's true.
You know what I want to know? What's happening in the footy?
Why would you want to know that?
AFL. Okay, the Blues are leading the Hawks by 5 points. That's all right. Just because I need to know at the end of this game which particular friend to go make fun of.
I tipped Carlton with the upset, so I'm hoping Carlton win.
I just hope one team is ahead significantly in the third quarter and then loses it. All right, what do we think of the first half, everybody? Let us know. Keep Taggy on. He's doing a good job. I don't know. I'm indifferent. Keep Tags in, but that midfield far out, we really need to start holding the ball. I just think that's a product of how Indonesia are playing. Like, Jacob, you were talking about it, right? Like, you played into midfield, they just collapse on you, so it's not
Yeah.
easy to do.
Yeah,
I think,
they're not giving time or space in the midfield.
Yeah,
All the space is out wide. So it's the onus is on the wingers at this point now to be able to
exactly.
you know, keep control of things and, you know.
It's going to be Bajic and Miller. So who else we have in that area? So we have... Maybe they're the wingers that you look to bring off at 3-0 because they're the ones that are going to be running into the ground a lot.
Yeah.
You got Lewis Miller out there, who you're going for Frank Garicic. Who's our Bajic sub?
Craig Goodwin for Bajic.
Oh, geez. I mean, sure.
He's played there before.
We don't really have anyone else, right?
Exactly.
Do you have to risk Goodwin before China though? Like, did you have to play it all? Maybe give him a few minutes, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends. I mean, Bajic is a pro, right? Surely he can recover in time.
It's only 90 minutes.
I'd love to see Jason Davidson get a run out. You know, it's been
True,
2 or
Jason
3 years
Davidson.
since he last play. I think
Apparently he's
Davidson
been
could
playing
slot
Oh,
in.
with-
is he
centre-back
in the
there.
is he in the squad for
Yeah,
this
he's
game?
in the match day. Yep.
Nice. Oh, well, there you go. There's your choice. Chuck him in.
Monique's asking, will Socceroos get high viewing numbers in the AFL? That's a
Nah,
good question.
not a hope.
Probably because it's a home game, because it's actually on Channel 10.
Yeah, I still feel like AFL will get.
Carlton Hawthorn is a big game, to be fair.
Yeah.
I want to say that I'm going to have faith in the Socceroos. I don't know if I believe myself, but I reckon the Socceroos.
Plus, with the weather in Melbourne, it's been raining a bit, so that's
True.
probably a lower crowd, more viewership on TV.
Yeah, the
so
weather has been
probably-
horrible
probably-
today.
Probably AFL will pip Socceroos, that's my guess. But
I don't know. It's an important game. Japan will smash the ratings in June. That'll be the most watched Socceroos game.
oh yeah, we'll smash it for the first 20 minutes until Japan go 3-0 up, and then everyone will tune out, and then it'll plummet back down.
It's not viewer retention figures, it's just peak viewership figures, Christian.
yeah,
So.
I know, that's true.
Will saying that Indonesia are playing too nice. We only struggle against dirty low blocks and lots of time wasting. Don't give them any ideas.
Good point.
Hi boys, it's Kylan. Just jumped on and let me say what a great start from Australia for the new year. First international game for the new year. You're not wrong. Hope you're all doing well. We're doing very well, thank you, Kylan. Appreciate you, mate. Sam is saying Irvine loves a blind pass, and with Boyle and Taggart not able to hold the ball up effectively, they get crowded out, often too close together. Again, I think it's just the congestion of those kind of central areas, and like the narrow areas going up and down the middle of the field, right in here. From like you make a line between the 6-yard boxes, like that area is just completely congested by Indonesian players. So it's Bajic up and down the wing, and it's Miller up and down the wing that are providing a lot of the good runs. And you saw even Velupillay, even if Taggart comes in and doesn't hold up the ball too effectively, all it just takes is a little bit of an error, and Velupillay is in behind in that space, right? So
Yeah.
not everyone has to have all the touches every game, and I think this game is not suited for Jackson Irvine and Adam Taggart to get on the ball a lot, personally.
It's a lot to do with Indonesia's press being man-to-man, and that's where, because the likes of Taggart even just slowly moving inside, he's drawing those centre-backs with him because they're in man-marking assignments. And then that's where that space, is opening up for Velupillay, like we saw for that goal, where he's completely unmarked because the centre-backs have, tried to crunch down onto Boyle and then Taggart, and that's just left Velupillay completely free. So, it's good to see that, Australia are, taking advantage of those little slip-ups in Indonesia's system, because I think it's going to be... it's something, Australia has always just played one way and wanted to play that way, and it's good to see them identify where there's going to be weaknesses and look to exploit that a little bit.
It is. I'm disappointed there's no live VAR. I don't get the referees talking to everybody in the stadium.
We've been spoilt by the A-League.
Let's be honest, it's a little bit funny. I don't want to be mean on people if English isn't their first language, but sometimes it's a little bit funny.
Yeah, it was the same with the Women's World Cup, right? Where they had the live.
Was it
live,
the first
but
major
that was,
tournament?
Yeah, and that was like clearly like a real testing phase as well, because they weren't going quite as in depth. It was just after review, the decision is penalty. They didn't really give a reason why.
And you have to feel a lot of empathy for some of those Asian refs that didn't speak English very well. It's like you're being thrown in the deep end. Well, not even Asian refs, because it was a World Cup. But yeah, it's just what can you do? So what are we? We're goals to Boyle off the spot, Velupillay, and Jackson Irvine rebound off his own shot. That Indonesian goalie kit kind of looks like the St. Pauli kit. Kind of the brown tint.
Kind of, yeah.
The dark brown tint to it. All right, you see my lineup board. What names are we thinking? So, Karacic potentially.
Maybe.
Could be in for Miller. That's a thought. Goodwin, surely. You reckon Daniel Arzani? Surely Arzani comes on for 20 minutes.
Yeah. Arzani will come on for...
and score,
for
right?
Boyle.
Just so Popper can go F you to everyone in the press conference afterwards.
Oh, they're doing an advert for the original rivalry. I'm so pumped.
You're travelling, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going down there. It's going to be so good. I can't wait. It was
My
great fun
predicted
last year. So
substitutions.
no better fixture in the league, in my opinion.
That's what I reckon's going to happen at some point. That's my guess.
I could see that.
The front three always get subbed off. Karacic to give Miller a break because he's going to start in China in, was it Friday?
You
Saturday,
reckon?
Sunday, Monday,
You reckon
Tuesday?
he'd put Goodwin on the right though?
Well, that's where he played him in China, in Adelaide against China.
Yeah, it was.
And he cut inside and hit a lovely goal with his left foot.
Yeah, I guess with sort of playing that inside role as well, it could.
And to be fair, Azani has been playing off the right recently.
That was more my thinking. Was Arzani more recently has played off the right?
That's true. That is true because he can go down here and dance down the sideline. Yeah,
Yeah.
All right. We can switch Goodwin around. Who else do we have on the bench? Jason Davidson could as well. Kylan saying, also just wanted to say the channel is definitely growing very well and getting a lot of comments and views. So keep up the amazing work, boys. I certainly love them. Thanks, mate. We appreciate that. Love the Indonesian content. Indonesian content is banging at the moment because there are lots of passionate Indonesian football people.
Yeah, they get around it. It's great.
They do. A lot of our recent subscribers are from Indonesia. It's great. Which, speaking of which, we're at 805.
I've had 3 tonight. Oof.
Well, I think what were we when we started the screen?
I think Christian said we were 802.
802, something like that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. But yeah, no, hit that subscribe button. Trying to get to 1,000. If we can get to 1,000 in the next couple of weeks, it'll be gold. And honestly, we probably won't ever ask you to subscribe again. Because 1,000 is kind of the goal you need on YouTube. And then after that, it's whatever.
We're happy with 1,000.
We're happy. We're so happy with it. Sam says, speaking of where is Metcalf? Is he in the cold too? Yeah, no, just not been picked. He's I'm pretty sure he's still playing with Irvine at St. Pauli. But you can understand him being one of those kind of fringe players. It's going to be the preference of the coach.
Yeah.
And for someone like Papa who hasn't worked with him, oh no, he's been injured actually. My mistake. He played a friendly against Hertha Berlin yesterday, 45 minutes, but before then he's actually been injured for quite a while. Jeez.
Is that, was his injury not the reason why, what's his name was included in the last window? Yazbek? Or am I misremembering?
Connor Metcalf was taken off in the 82nd minute of the Bahrain loss. Was he injured in that game? He hasn't played. Oh, no.
He hasn't played since then.
Because he did have a couple of appearances for St. Pauli after that. And then it just says leg injury for months. So since October last year through to March of this year, he's been out with a leg injury. Okay, so he just hasn't been playing.
Yeah.
There you go. So not quite out in the cold, just unavailable. The best YouTuber says, hey, fellas. You got any tips? Any tips
Yeah. We could learn from you, I think.
Hey, we got another sub. Thank you. Whoever that was. I don't know. I'm sorry. But I don't get names, but I saw the number go up. Have we got... is the clock... Yeah, the clock's reset to 45. Lovely. All ready to go. The buttons are working. Sam says, looking at the crowd. I mean, come on, as if we shouldn't be collaborating more with Indonesian football. So, the Brisbane Roar do a bit. Like, they did their pre-season... was it in India? They played a tournament in India with it. Like, there was an
they
Indonesian
played
team
some weird regional tournament.
involved, yeah. Obviously, like, with the Baccaries, they have Indonesian owners, so that's helping. I didn't realise that Indonesia are this 4th most populated country in the world. That snuck under my radar. That's what I saw. I think that was in Vince's article.
Oh, I don't believe that.
230 odd million, most populated.
281 million.
Maybe Asia. Maybe Asia it was.
Maybe in Asia. Because you think China, India, the US.
And Russia?
280
Russia,
million.
maybe.
Indonesia.
Maybe like
280
Nigeria.
No, Indonesia is 4. It's
It is
India,
4.
China, United States, Indonesia.
Wow. That's
Yeah, 280.
I mean
That's
that
one of the
explains our views.
Oh, Craig Goodwin's got his kit off.
Goodwin is on.
Well, kit on, you know what I mean.
Nigeria 6th largest, so it's a decent guess from me, actually. So,
Craig Goodwin, 23. Velupillay or Boyle? Zani's still got the train.
it'll be
going.
Boyle. Velupillay scored.
Christian,
Boyle
have you got,
scored as well. What am I
you got ice
saying?
cream again?
Cookies and cream.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to
Yeah.
go grab a drink real quick. But
we
I'll be back
need
in
to
a
do
second.
like a... Yeah, go for it. We need to do like a flavour, like a guessing game. Where's Clutch? Clutch, are you here? Surely Christian gets ice cream at halftime is on your bingo card. Surely.
No, he had to guess the correct flavor as well, otherwise it doesn't count. That had cookies and cream specifically had to be on the bingo card.
Alexander says we know what we're getting from Irvine now. Surely he comes off, but it's not. We're not in a discovery mode at the moment. We're in a win mode. I don't really take much credence to that now. It's not like we're pre-tournament, pre-Asian Cup where we got to like discover players. We got to win games.
But the game's wrapped up though.
It isn't wrapped up. 3-0 is not wrapped up. You got to
think
leave
so.
him on to 60th minute at least, if you're thinking that way.
Mm.
But then, yeah, maybe someone like a Kai Truan comes on. Quick question: do you want to see the new player Kikianis and Truan? I'd love to see Truan in here, but honestly, I'm surprised that he's in this matchday squad ahead of Triantis. Because they're very similar profiles. They can both play central defender. Oh, Borello's coming on.
Who?
Borello. Brandon Borello
Oh,
and Craig
Borello.
Goodwin.
Brandon Barella.
Did I hear Brandon Borello and Craig Goodwin, 2 SA boys? Come on, let's go.
Adam Taggart and Martin Boyle to come off.
So Borello will play up front then.
Borello in the middle and Goodwin out on the right. Let's go. Told you. So here's the lineup as I believe it is. Borello up at the 9. Velupillay could switch with Goodwin, to be fair. They might interchange a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Taggart and Boyle coming off. These names are just people like... Well, Yengi's definitely not going to come on anymore.
No.
Unless there's an injury. Reinders coming on for Indonesia. Oh, Raphael Strokes coming off. Our Brisbane Raw connection.
There goes our live stream numbers.
Yeah, we got 30. Thanks, everyone, tuning in again. Be honest, what were your reactions to the starting 11? Velupillay was a surprise to me.
Yeah.
I predicted Taggart, even if I didn't think it was the right decision, so I'm happy with that. But yeah, definitely Velupillay, but he's proven us all wrong. I also would have liked to see someone else instead of Aidan O'Neill. Something like an Anthony Caceres I would have liked to see.
I feel like O'Neill's been invisible this game, to be honest.
Yeah, you're probably right.
He's just not done anything.
Yeah, Sam, we do
Lucky
have a few
we-
injuries.
Lucky, when you mentioned Reinders, I'm like, surely that isn't Tiani Reinders' brother, and it is. It's his brother.
Really?
No way, yeah.
That's great.
Because I know Reinders has like Indonesian background, and so
Yeah.
obviously his brother's chosen to play for Indonesia. It's fascinating. Who's
Ale-
he play for? Plays in the Dutch
I don't know.
league.
Pick Swaller, I think.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Eredivisie.
Alex says, "Oh, we're underway. Clock's in. Bang! There we go. Second half underway. I think I nailed it. Yeah, there we go. Lovely." Alex says, "I don't think it's appreciated enough that there exists a goalkeeper named Glover." Good point. Tom Glover. It's like a FIFA chemistry style when they used to have those.
Yeah.
Glover the Glover. In Popovich we trust. Read the starting 11. Yeah, I mean, well, that's the life of a coach, right? If you win games, people are going to love you. And fair enough. You made some brave decisions. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate the support. All right, we're stuck into the second half now. Christian's got to get his ice cream down and focus again.
It's a proper
think
nutritious,
I will.
healthy dinner.
I don't think I will focus for the whole second half. I'm about to fall asleep, to be honest, especially now.
Hey, we still
The
got a
game's
podcast
wrapped
to do,
up.
mate.
Yeah, we still got
Exactly,
the episode to
yeah.
record.
Yeah.
Half a podcast. We've done some of it already.
Thankfully.
I don't know why, but I'm really sad that Stroke is off. I just feel like I have a connection to him, you know? I want to see him do well.
Are you saying that Australia did better when he was on the pitch? So you basically calling him a bad player? Is that what you're saying? He's not a threat?
That's not even close to what I said, I think.
But you're implying it, I reckon.
No, I don't think so at all.
Because if it was a dangerous threat, you'd be glad that he's off the pitch.
He's still that
Yeah.
elite connection.
Yeah. It's just the early
Do
connection.
you not remember the Euros and we were trying to make any connection we could? To,
Yeah. And then
to try
Robert
and
Mack didn't
justify
get
it.
picked in the squad.
Yeah, Robbie Mack didn't get picked. All right, here's a crazy one because people always, and we've spoken about Australia's place in the AFC and how the AFC should approach things. What about a Eurovision approach where Australia just goes and plays in the Euros?
Well, I mean, we were supposed to do that in South America, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're already doing that in Asia. We're not an Asian country. We're just deciding to play in Asia. You know what else as well?
I was going to say, will that opportunity ever arise again? Australia
Probably not.
playing.
Yeah, probably. I know, it
Surely-
will.
You
It's just
reckon?
they invite people
Surely
every
it'll
year.
pop up in future.
They invite people every year, so we'll get invited again at some point.
It was COVID that stopped it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What were you going to say, Lockie?
I was just going to say we were talking about Asian football. Despite free kick in a dangerous position, that seems a bit dodgy. Despite how bad the Mariners have been in the ACL Elite, the coefficient is actually strong now, thanks to Sydney FC making the semi-finals. We've
would be.
beat a lot of the competition below us, and if we get to the end, we could pip China. I want to say
Nice.
on the not on the overall, but on like the yearly points, which is big because they lose a lot more than we do over the next few years, and they're out.
Yeah.
So sorry, we've beaten China. It's Malaysia that's just above us. So we're 0.6 away on the live tally overall from Malaysia. So if Sydney win one more game, we're going
Really?
to jump up to 5th in the East, which is cool.
It's huge.
Doesn't give us any spot allocations, unfortunately. It's exactly the same as 6th, but it moves us up a spot. And then, China, we're already above China by 1.5 points, and they are out of the competition, all of their teams. So we're going to gain on China this year, which is awesome.
Nice.
And they lose. Obviously, you lose like percentage points as it like rolls over in the 8-year period, but they have like 75 points worth falling off, and we only have like 20 or 30. So China, we're coming for you in the next 3 to 4 years. Good wall.
Chinese football has gone down a bit, hasn't it? Past
ever
couple of
since
years.
the who was the big guy that they signed? Was it Tevez? Carlos Tevez?
They had a couple of Brazilians. Was
Oscar?
Hulk one? Oscar?
Oscar,
Yeah.
Hulk.
Oscar and Hulk. I don't think Tevez ever played in China, no.
Who am I thinking of? There was one who they just
me
paid
check it.
ridiculous amounts of money before the Chinese government put on that luxury tax.
The only one I can remember is Graziano Pella. He was like the 5th highest paid player in the world at that point. It was something ridiculous. But I don't think that's the player you're referring to. He played for some Chinese
No,
club.
it was Carlos Tevez.
Was?
Yeah, he
Who did
played.
play for?
He played for
Oh,
Shanghai Shenhua.
That's right. Yeah, he did. He
16 games across 3 seasons.
Massive
For 4
impact.
goals. Not as bad as Neymar scoring 1 goal for Al Hilal on the hundreds of millions of dollars that he was on.
did. It's crazy.
Here we go. Lockie's on the coefficient. Absolutely. Monique says, just saying, you guys are way too harsh on the Mariners. Admittedly, we did perform. I'm assuming you meant didn't perform well this season, but when you compare Sydney this year to Mariners last year in last week's episode, you were harsh. What specifically are you referring to? I'm trying to remember what we talked about.
Oh, we were saying how Sydney's had a more impressive run than the Mariners did.
Oh, wow. Almost put it in the zone. I think if you look at their Asian runs in isolation, the Sydney run is more impressive. But there is no doubt that the Mariners' season as a whole is the most amazing thing that an A-League club has ever done.
Yeah.
Better than the Wanderers, better than if Sydney went on to win the championship and the AFC 2 this year. Better than Sydney almost and the Roar going undefeated and Ange winning how many championships?
Ooh. Yeah.
Oh, well done, Matthew
Good
Ryan.
save.
Let's go.
You guys are so behind.
You've been spamming the refresh button.
Maybe.
Yes, Monique and Sydney might not even make finals. I agree with you. You take their whole season in all competitions into account. The Mariners far, far superior. But in terms of specifically the Asian run, I still give it to Sydney.
Yeah.
Monique, I reckon the Mariners should be banned from ACL league for the next 10 years. That's my They've been absolutely shocking this season.
The thing is with Sydney, and I think I said this on the podcast, it's like the caliber of opposition they've come up against. Like, Central Coast Mariners played against Abdish Atta. None of us had heard of them before that game. When we Googled them, we thought they were a beer company. Like, it's, at least Sydney are playing against clubs we've heard of. Like...
Oh.
We still need to get some of that Abdish Atta beer, by the way.
Beer.
Those were like the first live streams we did, hey?
It was one of the first ones, yeah. Watching those AFC Cup
Here we
finals.
go.
Oh, they're in. Marcelinho.
That's a good tackle by H.
Oh, what up, H?
Well timed.
They've just been, they've come out again stronger in the start of the half.
Yeah. I think maybe the changes at halftime for Australia it'll take them a couple minutes to get into it.
Has to be offside.
That's like the third or fourth time already this half, though. Gary has been caught out there. It's
has to be offside though, right? Oh, come on, put your flag up.
Someone asked who you guys support in the NBL.
In the NBL, nah, no one.
36ers because they're from Adelaide.
Yes. If I had to choose Melbourne United, but yeah, I'm not really a fan, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. My question is, this is Monique again, if the Mariners had the same squad from last season, how far do you think they would have gone? I reckon they would have made the top 8, and then they would have been a home and away tie. Maybe they win that, maybe they don't, away from getting to the finals. But again, that's just unfortunately, and we have talked about this as well many times, it's just the reality of being a small club, in inverted commas, in the A-League, that you're not going to be able to replace your squad to that level, especially in the ACL League. Only the big 4 teams, so the Melbourne teams and the Sydney teams, are going to be able to do that.
Yeah. And especially players of the caliber of the likes of Josh Nisbet and Max Ballard as well.
Exactly.
Like, pick 2 of the most influential players in the squad that season, and yeah, you're just without them. That's a tough one.
Another shot against the Socceroos.
Yeah, Indonesia are well on top at the moment.
I really do like that goalkeeper kit. The stripes down the middle, bit of the fade inwards. Ellie, it's the grand final is happening at the moment. Do you call it a grand final in the NBL? Because it's like a series, right? Is it the grand final series? I think that's on.
Yeah, grand final championship series. It's a best of 5.
Yeah.
They've played 4 so far. Has someone won it?
2-2.
Ooh.
No, 2-2.
It's Illawarra and Melbourne, right?
Yeah, I believe the game 5 is in Illawarra. I believe.
Oh, that's a harsh challenge. How's that not a free kick?
Oh, the ball just rolled straight to him on the floor. And he just
Couldn't get it. Oh, now you're ahead of me, Christian. God dang it.
I always
I'm
was,
gonna
mate.
refresh.
Christian's always ahead. It's a given at this point.
You
Yeah, I want to know,
can't beat me.
Clutch, if you're still here. Have you been keeping up with your bingos? That's,
We were saying before, Jacob, when you went to go get your drink, if Clutch had my cookies and cream ice cream in his bingo
on
card.
it, yeah.
It's a shame Melbourne Victory are going so bad this season. I would have liked to see how they go in Champions League with new investor money. Maybe next year they'll qualify. I mean, we should be in the ACL too. It is still a tragedy that MacArthur beat us in the Australia Cup final.
Cry more.
They didn't have Jabane. They sat behind the ball for 90 minutes. They scored one breakaway goal.
What's the excuses then?
And
Like, they
Patrick
don't have their best player.
picked a cup final week to banish our best player. Bloody hell. Patrick Kisnorbo literally came in, lost to the one important game he had in charge, won most of the other ones, and then just dipped out and left us in ruins.
You almost didn't beat Adelaide in the semi-final, and we were playing without a centre-back. So,
It doesn't matter, we did beat you.
yeah, but, if you can complain about the final, I can complain about the semi-final.
Yeah, but Sam, Ryan Sieg isn't getting ahead of Josh Nisbet and Max Ballard on their previous form last season. He's not. Don't get me wrong, all three great, but Nisbet and Ballard last year were different gravy.
Yeah.
So how is this shaping up the table, I wonder? So obviously, we go to 10 points.
Yeah,
Japan are well clear.
And everyone else on 6.
Yeah,
We
okay,
start
no
to
one
build a
else
bit of a
played.
gap.
So Japan play... actually, Japan and Bahrain should be kicking off right now, almost. And South Korea, Oman at 10 p.m. Australian Eastern Time. So none of those games mean anything for us. I mean, I guess Japan just beating Bahrain is good, but...
Yeah.
I mean, that really should be expected.
I mean, is Bahrain going to really threaten us for a top 2, top 3? I don't think so.
Never say never.
If they somehow miraculously pull off a win away from home. which
At
I don't see.
least... Okay. You know how we talk about when referees get called to the VAR screen and the percentage of them actually sticking with their original decision is so low? What do you reckon the percentage is of, like, when they bring out the stretcher onto the field, that player actually gets on the stretcher and is carried off the field? Because I swear, particularly in Asia, they just call for it all the time, and then the players don't actually want to use it because they're time
just
wasting.
get up. Yeah. To be
I
fair,
think
in
there
this
should
one,
be
he has
some
actually been
sort of
subbed off, so...
Some sort of rule around that, where if you call for the stretcher, you've got to at least be off the pitch for 5 minutes, because people just abuse it and use it as a time wasting.
Well, see, sometimes
tactic.
it's the referees getting way too eager as well. But that's not a bad... I think they should introduce that for just regular calling for the trainer. Oh, go on.
Good ball.
Good save.
Oh.
Nice run, Brillo. But like in hockey, right? In a lot of tournaments, if you have to have a member of staff go on and treat you on the field or help you off, you have to stay off the pitch for 2 minutes minimum.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, is that it's up to the referee's discretion in football. More often than not, they just let them straight back on.
Exactly.
This is like
They just need to reset that expectation. It's like the whole goalie 6 seconds thing. Like no one would do that. So now they're making it a rule that's like, okay, we're going to make it 8 seconds, but we're actually going to enforce it. So if you hold it longer, then it's going to be a corner.
Yeah.
So it's like a more appropriate.
Still, it won't get enforced, I can guarantee.
I think it will.
You reckon?
It's different levels, yeah.
I reckon it should be an indirect free kick, not a corner.
Nah, because that's just silly.
Well, an indirect free kick from where the goalkeeper was holding it.
Yeah.
That's too much of a punishment because that's why. Oh yes.
Oh, what a header.
Jackson Irvine. Oh no.
Miller.
Miller.
He deserved it, Miller. He deserves it. He's played well.
Very nice. Home score 4-0.
Nice goal. Your prediction's right, Lucky 4-0, even though you didn't predict it. You predicted it.
I
during
did
the
say
stream.
it. I did say it.
No,
Not on the
you
stream.
didn't. You didn't say it before. It doesn't count.
I didn't say it on stream. All right, and breathe, everyone. I think we're going to win this one.
It's game over.
Gee, just completely alone. He's more free than Bojidar Krayev was on the weekend.
Well, look what happens when he's not just being held as well. You know, gets to the ball, wins the header, it's a goal.
All right, help me problem solve this. So Will needs a photo for his article, right?
Yeah.
But we don't have anyone at the game tonight, and
Right.
because they're wearing a new kit, we can't use the old ones. I wonder
Tell him to
if
run
we
down
have-
pitch side and snap one with his phone.
Well, see, we're not allowed to. Oh, no, photos. Photos we are.
Photos are okay.
Will, I don't know if you're listening, Will, because you messaged me on Slack. Probably get one at the press conference is going to be the safest option.
Your best bet, yeah.
You could get one of the mix zone as well, potentially.
Thing with mixed zone is they won't be wearing their kits at that point. So
No, that's true. Some of them still wear like the outerwear though.
yeah,
That's all right.
So is Cliver getting sacked after this game?
No, we won't.
He lasted 2 weeks at Brisbane Raw.
But that was like a guest ambassadorship or whatever, wasn't it?
I know. I'm joking. Yeah, it was intended for 2 weeks.
Oh, that's a completely accidental collision, but they've
yeah.
both hit their heads.
Well, it
Monique
says
said-
my Zoom is great.
I Zoom is pretty good on my phone. Oh yeah, nice.
I mean, give it a shot, Will.
Give it a shot. Maybe we have. Oh, I wonder if Paletti, are you listening? I wonder. If we have like FA supplied photos of the kit launch, because we could get a couple of just players modelling the kit. Clutch says my stream crashed, but somehow it's 4-0 now. Going back a little bit, Monique said, despite tonight's performance, do you still think Irankunda should have been selected? Absolutely.
Yes. I just don't understand why you'd ostracize your best up and coming talent. It
Deserves
just
to be
doesn't make sense.
ahead of Azani for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know, even
No,
if Azani
Azani's
scored,
been playing really well. Azani's been playing really well lately.
but he hasn't though.
Killing it.
He had one
He's
good
killing it.
game, and that was after he got selected. Like, what are we doing? Ugh. He should have held on to Lewis Miller a bit tighter.
Yeah. He couldn't do it because Miller was behind him this time. So
Yeah. So aggressive in the box. Man of the match. Yeah, no, he has a shout for it actually, Lewis Miller.
him or Velupillay.
Oh, he's off, is he?
It's just
Let's get the
just
tactics
having a
board
drink
back
or-
out. What's happening? Or is he just?
I think he's just having a drink.
Oh,
Oh yeah, because of the
this
yeah
is the stretch is out again.
This one is to be fair.
Yeah, I don't think you're time wasting when you're 4-0 down, are you? Just use a mug shot. Yeah, need something a little better.
AI.
The Indonesia goalkeeper kit reminds me a lot of that early to mid 2000s Kiwi
Kiwi
ODI
ODI kit.
Baby Poo Brown. That is niche. I do know what
I
you're
know.
talking about though.
Yeah, I know exactly exactly what they're talking about.
Paletti, do you know? I don't know if you heard me. Do you know if we have FA supplied photos with the new kit? Baby Poo Brown is crazy. Bro.
Surely someone from FA will be there. Can Will just bother them to get
Well, no,
something?
we definitely will get some, but like not if we want to publish immediately.
Yeah.
Also from Paletti, how wonderful is it to see that the AFC is actively promoting the Women's Champions League quarterfinals this weekend on advertising boards. That is cool because they really haven't done much. To be fair, the PFA has given it a good run as well. So credit to them and Melbourne City as well. They're doing full press conferences and media opportunities and everything. We have Matilda FA supplied photos with the new kit.
Ah,
Not quite what we need.
crop it so you can only see the shirt.
What if how much could I get away with editing one of those like kits onto a match photo from like October?
Good luck.
I feel like that's probably a bit tough.
Yeah.
That's
not
ambitious.
What about we do some AI generation?
Yeah, that's what Monique suggested.
Yeah, I don't really have a good answer. I think honestly, Popper at the post-match press conference is probably the best bet.
What about a photo of Clive so we can get some views off our Indonesians?
Well,
I
we've
love
already,
it.
we already ran that today.
We did actually.
I could do it again.
Well, we only have one good photo of him.
Yeah, keep using it over and over again.
Actually, I don't know how that specific piece is doing. Actually,
Yeah, how's that one going? Come on, tell me the good
I'll
news.
let you know. I'll let you know.
Surely it's an absolute winner, right? It's Talking Tactics, which everyone loves. It's Indonesia, which all the Indonesians have gotten around massively. Surely it's doing bits.
Got another 2 subs though. 808. Need my phone for audio recording though. Yeah, you're not wrong, are you? Oh, jeez. How could you? To be fair, Will, if you're in, because we went to that the Sydney Football Stadium press room together. Surely, if you just have your phone on your lap, it still captures the audio good enough to transcribe, right?
Well, we weren't allowed to put our phones down in Adelaide.
Oh,
For the-
true. Actually, no. For
yeah.
for national team games, you won't be able
They
to.
don't let
Yeah.
you, so you'll have to just do it from your chair anyway.
I think.
So as long as your phone can run the camera and the audio capture at the same time, it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. Even I think in Melbourne they had like a speaker set up, so we had to go put it on a table with a speaker.
Oh, we weren't even allowed to do it. We just had the desk at the front, and we all just sat there, and we weren't allowed to go up and touch the desk or anything like that. And then a couple of people kicked up a fuss. I'll let those in the know in South Australia try and guess which journalist in particular might have done that. And then a couple of people got their unbranded audio recorders put on the desk, but that was it.
Right.
No phones.
Unbranded audio recorders.
Yeah.
Oh,
No
so
branding
that
allowed.
would be what it is. It's an AFC reg.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
branding. That's hilarious. God, the AFC cause some issues, don't they? I saw as well a list of all the prize money that clubs have won in AFC competition so far this year. Like it's on the Footy Rankings website. It's a live tracker according to the regulations. But there's
Right.
also a column for fines to like deduct from the prize money. And like every single club has, it's only like a couple, like $10,000 or something like that. But just absolutely everyone has a fine because the AFC just keeps slapping fines on people.
It's on everything.
It's like, have a packet of chips with there's tape across the label. It's like you get a $10,000 fine.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, all the water bottles at the venue had all the stickers
That's a
taken
foul.
off. Because
No.
the AFC has their official water sponsor or whatever, so it's like it's just crazy stuff.
Double change. Arzani. And Karacic. Bang.
Great predictions, Lockie.
Thank you.
Lucky the Hawks are up by 5 at
Oh,
three-quarter
it's tied,
time.
is it?
So I don't think
What are we?
I don't think
Quarter?
a blowout's going to happen. Three-quarter time.
3/4 time. Gee, that happened quickly. All right, so Miller's going to come off for Frank Karacic and Arzani for Velupillay. So I only got Borello wrong so far. We just need Caceres to come on for Aiden O'Neill. And that'll be 4 out of 5. I'll take that.
Japan 1-0 up on Bahrain as well. It's going to be a cakewalk.
Was Miller just doing some stretching before going off? All right, come on, Daniel. Time to prove everybody wrong. What number are they? 10 and 19. I think they had the wrong number up there. I think they had number 6. Nishan Velupillay. Yeah, he held up number 6. That's Martin Boyle.
Azani must be thinking to himself, how have I gotten some game time for Socceroos?
Yeah.
Like, I've been absolutely awful and I've been rewarded.
Oh, geez, they're in behind already. Ooh, straight
No.
across. Well, that's what Popper said at the squad reveal, right? He's like, Azani probably won't be expecting this.
So doesn't that contradict what he's saying though about Azani putting in good performances? Because if he didn't expect it, then surely that means that he hasn't been playing well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of that is media talk, right? Like, you got to give an excuse for something, but at the end, he's going to pick the 26 players he wants to.
But don't come out and say that, oh, he wasn't expecting it. That just makes no sense to, yeah.
Well, I mean, he played all right in the game before, right? That's what Popper was saying. Like, if he didn't play all right in the game before, he wouldn't have been picked.
But so he's basing it off one game.
Well, he's basing it off his knowledge of Azani and his potential, and then saying, okay, he's done all right recently to know that he's close enough to where if I call him up, he can do it.
But how do other players in the squad feel have been left out and when they've been producing week in, week out?
Yeah, not great, probably.
Well,
To know that Azani has that luxury. Azani has that luxury of, okay, I can afford to have a few bad games, but if I put in a shift in a couple of these next games in the A-League and I'm more than likely called up, like, that just doesn't sit right.
Yeah, but I don't think he's, like, trying to be bad. You know what I mean? It's not like he's just waiting for the 2 games before the Socceroos.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that at all. No. I'm just saying, like, in the back of his mind, surely, like, there's a part of him that maybe he can afford to be a bit more laid back because, you know, Popovich, obviously, he likes him as a player,
It's a
right?
bit of
That's
a
no
gift.
secret.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's fair enough. Like, a coach can have his preferences.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
With his system,
Yeah, like Ethan's saying, he's going to pick who he wants to pick, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, because that is a coach's job. And I actually don't like the argument of, oh, he just picks the players he knows. Like, if you're a coach and you had to pick players from, you know, teams that you don't actually get to see them regularly, then wouldn't you feel more comfortable putting players out there to win games of football that you actually understood a little bit better? I understand it's not fair to everyone, but since when is football fair? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you understand a coach for doing that, for picking players that he knows can do a job how he wants them to do. So, again, there's plenty of things that I would have done differently, but I'm not the coach.
Australia only got 35,000 in Sydney
Attendance.
for attendance, yeah.
That's
34,000 from Indonesia.
Will they sell out Optus for Japan?
You'd
Probably,
hope so.
Probably not. It's like 80,000 seater, right?
60,000.
Is it only 60?
Yeah.
I thought Optus was bigger than that.
It's not 80. Yeah, 61,000.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, then, yeah, they probably should sell out 61,000 for the game that will probably qualify them, maybe if they get a point for the World Cup.
Yeah.
We were saying there's easily 28,000 of that crowd is Indonesian. That's crazy.
If you think about it, right, game against Saudi Arabia, that's what's going to come down to, right? Because we've got to play Japan, Saudi have to play Japan. So just assume that Japan pick up 3 points against both, right? You assume that Saudi and Australia are going to win their remaining games before Australia plays Saudi. Like, that's just going to be probably the game that decides second place, which is pretty scary to think.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be. I mean, unless we can somehow get a result against Japan, right?
And we said that away from home. Oh, there's no chance. And yeah, we got away with the point. With Luke Bratton starting. I don't know how.
Luke Bratton, who I think you'll find scored a brace to win the game for MacArthur recently.
That's crazy that he scored 2 goals.
Yeah,
and
but
that
Jacob,
free
that
kick
was
was
Adelaide United.
okay,
Adelaide
but the
doesn't count.
quality of that free kick was actually insane. Like, that was such a good hit from him.
It was. Oh,
Gary has been done.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought he got a
4-1.
save to it.
Yeah,
That's
Gary has been losing that battle all half long.
The majority of the stadium going crazy.
Crazy.
What? Why is music being played in the background? It's Australia's home game. It's not an Indonesian home game.
an
Don't
AFC
please
game.
the fans. Don't
an
please
AFC
the
game.
fans.
It's an AFC
Don't
game.
agree with that at all.
It's an AFC game.
No, it's an Australian
Yeah, look at it.
game.
Look at and then he doesn't win the ball there. That's not good enough from Gary. That reminds me a bit of how Thomas Deng played in Adelaide, and then Gary came in and showed him how it should be done. Yeah, losing it like that, it's not.
Such
Clever
poor
finish.
keeping from Matt Ryan. Don't
No,
you
it's not.
joking.
Oh, yeah, poor from Gary Blinkus.
Head up.
They're checking
head
the goal, VAR, or
No,
Full
I mean, it
just
was
a standard
onside.
check.
up. He's onside. He's put it in the back of the net.
They're still waiting.
I thought he was doing the shush there, but he was just blowing his
No, he's
nostrils
saying-
out. Oh, I thought the whistle was
for
for
the
the
sub. Yeah,
check,
yeah.
the subs.
Yeah.
While we're waiting,
Look at it. Look at that play. Just like, oh, hurry, get off. We've got a chance to score another 3 goals.
goal's been confirmed. While everyone's waiting in the chat, go buy the Ramble Australia home kit
Do it.
on the rambleaustralia.com/shop. They're really sick. Christian and I love them, and Jacob will get his soon. I promise.
I will get mine. Yeah. They look
Quality's
great.
off the charts. You won't be disappointed.
Look at
I
it. Look,
promise.
look at us in the bottom of the screen there.
There's some great shots of Christian.
Look at
From,
Oh,
from
there are
that
some.
set as well.
I'm the first person to admit Christian came out of that photo shoot looking so much better than I did.
Yeah, yeah. He looked like a pro. Like, yeah. That was
The thing is, we had this conversation like right before we
Alright.
started. Like, are we being serious or are we like smiling? I clearly went the smiling approach, and Christian clearly did not.
There's one where it's like Christian looks like a manic serial killer. I'm not even like making that up. Like, his eyes are like, "I will kill you."
Is that the one where I was holding the ball and I was
I
just
think
like,
so.
giving
Yeah,
you that stuff?
yeah.
See if I can.
I was
bring
looking at
some
that.
up.
I was like, oh no.
See if I can. Yeah, I should be able to.
Great, but oh,
I
why is
have-
nobody?
Yeah. Jacob, I had a picture in my head as to
Here we
how I
go.
wanted to look, and then when I see the photo, it's like, oh, that's not how I envisioned it.
Here are some photos for your. This is our shootout photo shoot, right? So I know I'm kind of blocking the score, but we know what it is. Oh, you know what? What if I hold on? What if I go to here? There you go. I put it up in front of the lineup. Are we 4-1? See, these. I love this one. This one was sick as.
Yeah, that's a good
Like
shot.
the little teaser photo. Oh,
Yeah.
and Swahim going this way. Yeah, see, there you go. Look at this. This is the best one of the lot. See, look at the difference here. Like, oh, actually, hold on. Where are the other ones where I'm smiling? Even like
Yeah, I think
that.
you went,
Like, I'm a little bit happy there, and Christian's just like, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna
He
murder
looks.
you.
Yeah, he genuinely looks like a Serie A striker. Like, you know,
Look at those
or
eyebrows.
like a preseason shoot. Like, that's crazy.
Look at the eyebrows. Anyway, crazy. Back to normal. There we go. Someone asked when the away kit is dropping the day we launched it. Well, depends if people buy the home kit. That's the thing.
Yeah, if you get around this one, then
If you get
you'll have
around this
reason
one.
to.
And maybe a dubcast trim for the away kit.
That'd complement it nicely.
I reckon. Yeah.
Maybe
thinking
maybe
like
an all white kit, maybe.
Well, I was thinking white with like some pink or purple kind of trim, like some faded trim on it. Maybe like down the sides, like on the just on the side of the ribs.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, how cool.
What about a third kit? I reckon all gold.
For what?
An all gold third kit.
Okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves now. I was gonna mention the how many clicks your piece got. Let me go dig that up.
Oh yeah, I want to know how
I
Tactics is
just
doing.
gave it a click just now. I didn't
Thank
read
you.
through it. Didn't bother. We just scrolled through.
They
it.
didn't
Okay.
bother. To be fair, I didn't have to do
I'm
much because
joking.
I had all the notes from the preview video we did and just basically jazzed it up a bit, and you know.
Oh, I don't think it's
Good
quite, it's coming. It's still the same day. Things get weird when it counts the same day stuff.
A lot of good quotes in here though, Jacob.
Yeah, I mean, he's been Clivert's been surprisingly open about like what he wants and what he's looking for from this team. So it's kind of refreshing.
He mentioned
to be
Louis
honest.
Van Gaal as well. Like, oh,
did.
I haven't heard that name in a few years.
Well, he was assistant to him for in 2014.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Playing Australia nonetheless.
Oh, geez, get it out. Advantage, yeah. All right, 83 minutes in. Has Daniel only touched the ball? To be fair, I haven't been looking the whole time, I will say.
yeah, I've not been watching. It's been pretty much just a given at this point that Australia's going to win.
Oh, geez.
Oh,
what a
good
save. Well done, Matty Ryan.
He made up for his error for conceding the goal. Well done, Ryan. Did well.
He's had a good game, Matthew Ryan. He's had a very good game.
He has. It's vindicated his selection.
Yeah, and now the number one spot is back his.
You'd think so.
Oh, yeah, Will. These photos are actually good. His phone actually
the
does
ones he
zoom
chucked
well.
in the chat, yeah.
Yeah, they can work. Yeah,
Oh, here we go. Counter.
Oh,
Go
Very
on.
good
Play
one.
him, play him, play him. How's it? Play him.
as his beige on the left wing,
No.
way overhit. Way overhit. Ryan has been solid. Good to see. Yeah, absolutely. As his beige just going on a little adventure there.
Just like he did against Argentina in the round of 16.
Yeah, but he never finishes those
little
off. I've
adventure.
seen him make that dribble into the box
Yeah.
so many times. I honestly have never seen him finish it off.
Yeah.
I'd love for someone to show me a clip of him actually like putting in a good ball from one of those dribbles or shooting and scoring. I refuse to believe it's ever happened. That moment though, that was insane. Although I still feel like the Garang Qual shot was more
Yeah.
of the what if moment for me in my head.
Gosh, if Australia had won that game, what a time that would have been. I mean, it would have made England's exit in the quarterfinal even worse. But we'll move on.
All right, come on, Socceroos, close it out. How you doing, Christian? You surviving?
Just about trying to stay awake. Just knowing that I've got another podcast recording for
Get
whatever
some
another
coffee
half
in,
an
yeah.
hour or so.
Oh, Azani, 101. Take him on. Oh, you're not in this team to pass the ball there.
Nah.
What are you doing?
I don't have coffee at night, Jacob. Fun fact.
Yeah, neither do I.
Just call me a
Otherwise,
weirdo.
I don't sleep.
Well, it's not the fact that you have it at night. It's the fact that you have like 6 a day, so your tolerance is so low.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
problem.
that too.
I'm having fewer now. I just have like
Well done, well done.
I have like just like 3 now.
Oh, Milosh. I got the last sub wrong too. For Kai Rouse.
Like I just can't be bothered getting one at work now. So I take one to work and then But when I'm off work, yeah, I'll have a few.
So, Milosh over on the bench, coming on for Kai Rouse. The final sub of the evening. Into that left centre-back position, I'm assuming.
Yeah, you're not going to move Bayich inside.
Well, they're not going to move Guerrier and Burgess. Like, those are
Yeah.
solid. Oh, no, Dejnek's in the middle. Burgess out
Dejnek's
left.
in the middle. Yeah. Oh, that's yeah.
But don't you want your tired guy in the middle? I don't know. Anyway, there you go. There's the lineup to finish the game.
Final few minutes. Just got to see it out.
Yep. What about the impact of the substitutes? The front three, I feel like they haven't really done a lot. Goodwin's maybe had glimpses, but not much more.
To be fair, the game's come to a bit of a lull
It has.
in this
yeah.
second half.
Oh, Borello. Oh.
Decent touch. Oh.
Well defended.
I mean, decent idea there.
Yeah, not bad. Okay, you got to remind me. I'm going to stop the clock at 90 minutes. So when we do our little post-game recap, I can get it bang on. Hey, Will, if you're still listening, do you have any photos, like even from a distance, of any of the goal celebrations? I need a little cheeky YouTube thumbnail as well. Actually, I can probably get one off the Socceroos Twitter, though, because we don't have to worry about that stuff
Yeah.
for the thumbnails.
For YouTube, yeah.
Because we're going to do a cheeky little 5-minute match report just to throw up there real quick. Because,
Christian is delighted.
it's probably this and the podcast are probably the last 2 videos that we can get Indonesia into the title of.
5-1.
Oh, what a
Jackson
header.
Irvine, let's go.
Guess
That is an absolute
his
piece. Yes,
second?
Simon.
That's why you have Craig Goodwin
just-
in the lineup over Velupillay, by the way. That corner right there.
Yeah, these set pieces are crazy. That is true. Yeah, actually, you're right. The more you said that and it's hit me, it's like,
That's a
Set
perfect
pieces.
corner. Oh,
oh, great header.
yeah.
That's like a fairly... I mean, I guess it's a free header. Yeah, it is a free header. But he's got bodies around him. Textbook. Hot new Aussies, let's go. Actually putting an Asian team to the sword. Whoa.
Love that reference, Paletti. Spawning salmon.
Oh, yeah, Will, that's lovely. That's lovely. Thank you. You know what? I'm going to put that on the Insta socials. That's a good that one. Do the stories. So, Will, are you just like watching the live stream in the press box? Is everyone? Is
I love
anyone
that.
like
I res-
curious as to what you're doing,
I love that so much.
or are you just listening and not watching? Oh, you're right. Sorry, thanks, Bleedy. I forgot to stop the clock. The goal happened. I just lost it completely. Oh, 7 out of minutes. That's all right. Well, you can just have a running clock. Oh, well. Nothing inspiring from the front three. The wing-backs were the standouts. Harper is being very kind on Ryan. Hasn't had that much to do. Wow, that's completely off the mark for me. Irvine rounding off a good display. You have to say Goodwin's delivery. Yeah, look, I think the front three of the ones who started. I need to get my board back up.
What, Velupillay, Boyle, and...
Velupillay, great.
Taggart.
Boyle, good. Taggart,
Yeah.
None of the three subs have made a massive... Actually, Goodwin. You can count Goodwin now. Has made a good impact on the game. The midfielders done what they needed to do. Irvine gets forward for 2 goals. That's a pretty good day out for him, despite probably not doing a massive role on that open play. But he did that at the Asian Cup, right? He didn't have a massive contribution in open play, but scored goals. So
Yeah.
if you can do that... and the wing-backs, both Bajic and Miller. I think Miller has been probably one of the best players so far. But there's lots of
very, very
standouts. It's going to be hard to pick a player of the match. Will says, just listening, but watching occasionally. Yeah, Matt Ryan's been immensive as well. Immense.
Immensive. New word.
He's right. Indonesia could have been 2-0 up easy. How quickly a game changes.
Yeah.
Or did the stream drop out? Surely not.
Well, our Mighty Christian's faces aren't showing. There we go.
Actually, I think the stream might have dropped out.
No, it looks like it's still up.
Yeah, still up.
Yeah, there's just, like I said, our faces weren't showing for a second.
Okay, I'm getting a low bit rate though. Oh no, we're live.
Yeah.
We're still okay. Ethan says no one great, but all okay. Ryan threw a few great saves. Irvine played his role great, which is to do not much except be a random goal threat every now and then. I think that's harsh. I think that's pretty harsh. I think there's been plenty of standout players. Oh, gee, that's a long way to bring advantage back. Man, everyone's being so harsh on Matt Ryan. Christian, you're not even saying anything.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, he doesn't have to say anything. Everyone else is saying it for him.
That's it. I'm not the only one.
Irvine away. Well done. Go, Craig. Fran, long ball.
Good switch.
Give it a Bajic. Oh, take him on. Just skin him. Well done. Oh, Fran. I thought that was a cross initially.
Oh, I thought that was in. This is how tired I am. I thought that was actually going in.
You're not ahead anymore, are you?
Let's see. Oh, it was closer.
It was very close.
close.
Just kind of the right foot swerve taken away a little.
Yeah.
Talazani to shoot. Yeah, he doesn't do that a lot, does he? I think he's all right there, though. If he's not giving it to Bajic, though, he has to do something good with it. Oh, that's a ball.
That's Borello.
That was creative.
Are people calling for VAR in the stadium?
No,
Are they
no idea.
chanting? Oh, what a nightmare. 6 minutes at a time in the first half, 7 in the second half. Just call
It's only
it
10 o'clock,
off.
Christian.
My God.
Hey, next week
I know
is
it's
a
only
10 o'clock
but
start.
it's- I know it's
Oh,
only 10
don't tell me I
o'clock,
put my
we've got
name down for that as well, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Oh, no.
10
I
o'clock
was
next
thinking-
Tuesday, everybody be there.
Next Tuesday.
I've got
next
plans.
Tuesday? Oh, Tuesday. Oh, no.
Hey, you all
got
made your
plans.
commitments.
Yeah,
You voted in the polls.
Yeah, but
I'll do
you know
s-
what, Lockie? Plans can change.
You know what, Christian? We don't have to do a podcast after that, so don't worry.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, I'm in. I have no plans.
I actually like it being late because it means I get to go to hockey training and come back.
It's true.
can still watch the full game and be here for this live stream with all you lovely people. How's the sub counter looking? 808. So +6 during the live stream. Pretty cool. You know what, Palladi? I'm going to stop it at 97 because there were 7 minutes of added time. I'm going to hold my finger on it.
And forget.
To get it bang on. No, I'm not going to forget. Have faith.
You forgot last time.
Yeah, well, because there was a goal.
Well, what's saying there won't be a goal here as well?
I had to hit the goal button. Monique says, we really do appreciate you guys hosting. No worries at all. Look, we find it really fun. It's fun to watch the games with mates and talk football.
Yeah.
Watch the Socceroos win. Farkin.
It's a rare one, but...
Ha! Got it. No one had faith. Got the timer. 97 minutes. Bang on.
Congratulations, Lockie.
You know, I'm going to reset it to 97.
Where does that rank on your list of all-time greatest lifetime achievements?
Honestly, it's pretty high.
Yeah.
There it is. Australia too good for Indonesia. All right. Final score, 5 goals to Australia, 1 to Indonesia. Caps off, Christian, a pretty good evening for the Socceroos. There were lots of controversial selections coming into it from Tony Popovic, but somewhat, well, probably more than somewhat vindicated by the result here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he survives unscathed, you got to say. Obviously, that early penalty for Indonesia would have given him a mini heart attack, thinking of some of his selection choices. They might backfired. But no, obviously, penalty miss, and then Australia go up the other end and they apply the heat, because Indonesia were very good in that first 10 to 15 minutes. You could tell the intensity. They wanted to bring Patrick Kluivert, his philosophy. You could tell right from the get-go that they were a completely different team from the one that Australia faced in the reverse fixture in Jakarta a few months ago. So, yeah, I think for Indonesia, it's going to be a case of just trying to adapt, next few games to adapt. But from an Australian point of view, massive 3 points, because it brings us to 10 points, second on the table, 4 points clear of Saudi, who obviously still have a game in hand, and the other countries below them with a game in hand as well. So, yeah, like I said, massive result, because we really need this second place. Otherwise, I cannot stand the thought of going through another round of qualification. I just can't do it. My heart can't take it.
I think, the place where we are in the group elevates this game way higher than it should be, right? Like, we should be beating a team like Indonesia, Jacob, especially after they've gone through the turmoil of bringing in a new coach, and we have lots of high quality players playing for us. But you can never go into a Socceroos game at the moment, really expecting a win. That's just kind of where the squad has allowed us to be mentally going into these kind of games in the last 18 months or so. But very convincing performance here. 5-1. What was it? A brace to Irvine, Nishan Velupillay, Lewis Miller. Who's the other one I'm missing?
Boyle.
There you go. There's the fifth as well. Like, you're spreading around the goals. Got to be pretty happy.
Yeah, it was like a really good clinical performance as well. I thought, Australia took their chance as well, put the ball in the back of the net when they could. And while, there were moments where the defensive unit were perhaps a bit shaky, Jason Guerrier, I think in particular, didn't have a fantastic game, was caught napping a couple of times. But, Matt Ryan came up big with a few saves, especially in that first half. And I think as a unit, they defended quite well. So, Lewis Miller did a lot of work getting forwards, but he did a lot of work tracking back as well, and cutting out a lot of chances for Indonesia. So, yeah, it was just a really well-rounded performance. The sort of thing that we can't really take for granted, right? Because we haven't seen it all that often recently with the Socceroos. So it's nice to see not a case of the team sort of downplaying to the level of its opponent, and, taking... Okay, if you're going to press us high and you're going to leave space in behind, we're going to, have players like Velupillay on the shoulder of the last man ready to make that run when that happens, and we'll exploit that and we'll look to score from it. So, yeah, it just felt like a really convincing clinical victory for the Socceroos. So, a big statement of intent, of course, with the really sort of the need to get 6 points from these two games, obviously the upcoming game against China. So, no, it'll be a huge confidence boost. players just put in their shifts. There were a few that didn't really have much of an impact, but if the ball's not coming your way, if the game isn't set up that way, that's what's going to happen. And at least you've not gone and made a massive mistake or anything like that impacts the game. So, a really good performance.
Credit to Indonesia as well. They started both halves quite well. I mean, the first 10 minutes of the game, they came out, they really put the pressure on. They didn't shy away and just play a low block. They came out and played the style of football that they wanted to, and really brought it to Australia. And, they had that penalty that hits the woodwork. If that goes in and Australia don't go down the other end and get their own penalty and score another one off the back of it, then it has the potential to be a completely different game. So, obviously, things aren't over for them either. It's a very, very tight and congested group. Still 3 games to go, and anything could happen. It's a bit crazy. Do you have any standout individual performances, Christian, that you were happy with? I think Matt Ryan had a good game in goals, returning with Joe Gauchi's injury. Velupillay, obviously a controversial selection, but scored his goal. Jackson Irvine with 2 as well.
I can't say Matt Ryan, surely. Ryan had a good game. He made a few really key saves, like Jacob said, especially that first half, that reflex save from that free kick, which could have easily went in. So he had a solid game coming back. Probably Lewis Miller, I'd put there as a potential for man of the match. He was, I thought, brilliant down on that flank. Even in the first half, I thought the physicality he showed, taking on his man, taking risks, going forward, I thought he was tremendous. So he's definitely a shout as well. So probably out of Miller and Ryan for me.
Jacob, for you?
I agree with Miller. Like I said, I thought that he was fantastic, both on and off the ball and at both ends of the pitch. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to go with Nishan Velupillay. I think that to be able to come into the starting 11 when people were saying he shouldn't even have been selected in the first place into the extended squad, and then to come in and have the impact that he did, where he was really dynamic off the left hand side there, coming inside, causing problems for the Indonesian centre backs all through that first half. Obviously, getting that goal, a tidy little finish to put the cherry on top. I thought it was a tremendous performance and a real vindication for his selection. And while that might mean that we see more of these sorts of perhaps a bit out of the blue selections from Popovic. I mean, if it works and they go in and they put those performances in, then you can't really complain. And I think that he did everything that he needed to shut people up about his selection. So just based on the fact that everybody was sort of going, this isn't going to end well for him, the fact that he could go out there and get that goal and prove to be such a threat, I was incredibly impressed by.
All right, I think that'll do us for the live stream tonight. Thank you, everyone, for very much for tuning in. Again, we love having people's company, talking in the chat, talking football. Jacob and Christian, thank you for tonight. Big 5-1 win for the Aussies. Go buy the kit on the Ramble Australia website. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel. And we'll see you next time. Catch you later. Clear. I tried to record. It stopped like 90 seconds into that and gave me an error.